What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is Agree to Disagree. We're talking Sixers with a side piece of Phillies. Giddy up.
Oh my God! I'm embarrassed! He's flying!
Welcome in. It's almost time. Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Every Sunday, we are brought to you by our doc, Gotta Make Him Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's the best in the business. Tell him the best in the business and A2D Radio sent you. He'll take care of you. They accept most major insurances. That's specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic, Nick DelGozzo. I'm Thomas Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. We got a lot to talk about. At the end of the show, we'll do our Crumb of the Week that we do weekly here on Agree to Disagree. Phillies split with Reds, not the conversation we wanted to have, right? When we sort of previewed this coming into it that, hey, this was a 3-for-4, right? Need 3-for-4 against the Reds. Start playing better baseball. Hey, they get bent over the other day, and they come out with a response game today. We'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to be mad about it. It's a good win. It's a lot of barrels, 23 hits. I mean, it's ridiculous, but they got to start playing better baseball. So we're going to have a Phillies poll question once we get into our Phillies conversation. We'll also circle around the NBA playoffs, give you some news and notes from today. A lot of injuries happen around the NBA. So we'll discuss it. And is it the day of the dog today? Today sounds like the day of the dog for the gambling world in the NBA playoffs. Our main topic at hand is going to be Sixers versus Nets. Game 2 preview ties into our poll question brought to you by our great friends over at Baggio's Bread. They're located in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. They're the home of the best stuffed breads, tomato pie, sandwiches, cutlets, meatballs, you name it. You mention A2D Radio, get 10% off your order. Go check them out. Go stop in the store. Let them know the boys from A2D Radio sent you. Get 10% off and soak in the goodness because everything in there is flat out delicious. There's nothing you're not going to like. You're going to love it so much that you're going to keep going back for more. All right, I put my reputation on it. All right, not that that's much, but I'll put my reputation right on it. Go check out Baggio's Bread, Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Our first poll question for tonight. After a dominating performance in Game 1, the Sixers have changed your confidence level of them reaching the Eastern Conference Finals. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, that's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow, and most importantly, comment in. Join the conversation. You know how we do. We answer everybody. We talk to everybody, and we want to get you involved in the conversation tonight. I disagree for a different reason than probably other people will. I disagree because I believe they will get there. As long as he's healthy, I'm not going to run from it. If he's healthy, they're this good. Now, they 21 threes this good? No, nobody's saying that. But if you want to run doubles at him all game, we just proved yesterday against a Nets team that we know is not as good as other teams in the playoffs, right? But it's still playoff basketball. You still have to execute. You still have to make 21 threes. You still have to be as great as Joel Embiid is. What he showed me yesterday, you know what? I'm going to agree my confidence level even went higher. So if I was at a 9, I'm here we go. All right, total reversal on you. If my confidence level was a 9, it's now a 10. And I'll tell you why it's a 10, all right? Because I start talking and I think of things. Because the way he worked out of double teams yesterday was the most important thing in that basketball game. And the most important thing in his development as a basketball player, right? We're talking about a guy that hasn't played basketball as long as everybody else has, right? He just hasn't. That's just the facts of the matter, right? And we watch him year in, year out, get a little better. Well, the big thing coming in this year, was being able to handle that pressure when the double comes and being able to not turn the basketball over at an alarming rate and look like a dog on a hardwood floor as he has throughout his career at times, right? At times. That was really impressive because they ran the double at him and he was calm. He was confident when the double ran at him. He still had 26 points. And if he would have played, the last 4 minutes of the fourth, he probably ends up with another 30 piece. But why my confidence goes up is because other guys that we need to step up look good, right? Harden looked good. Tobias looked good, right? He looked confident in his jumper and him getting to the bucket a little bit. PJ, we talked about playoff P. We talked about playoff P, the other playoff P. Right? We talked about him. He looks like more of the playoff guy we were expecting. Our energy was better. Our effort was better. And this is what happens when you want to run doubles at a guy. What happens is chaos defensively, which then allows offensive rebounding to happen on you. And we saw that. We saw that a little bit yesterday too, where we were really good on the offensive glass. Now, is that saying that nobody's saying Brooklyn is Boston? It's a different animal. Everybody in the country knows it. I know it. I got the Sixers in 7 when we get there, right? I know it. But we're better than that because we have the best player on the planet, and I'm going to yell it and scream it until, where is it? Cows come home? All right? Cows aren't coming home. All right? So I just keep yelling and screaming it. I love this guy. I love his game keeps getting better, and I love the fact that some of the things around him that we need to work look good in one game. It's one game. I get it. But when you look at his ability with the double team yesterday, that's impressive because other teams are going to do it, right? We already know you want to leave him one-on-one night. There comes 40 if he's playing 38 minutes, right? He's playing 38 minutes. He's going to put 40 up on you if you want to go leave him one-on-one the whole time. So that's what's exciting to me. That's what takes my confidence level up a little bit more than it already was because I believe this team is going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just believe in it, and I say that, and God forbid, a freak injury like we've watched all day today in the NBA doesn't happen to him. So I'm excited, boys. That's a good little tell that I think was something that not a lot of people are going to talk about, right, out there. We're going to talk about all these different things, but that's the most impressive thing, and that takes my level up because that means guess who's even better than they were? Him. That's a problem. So what do you say out there? Let us know. Agree or disagree to the poll. After a dominating performance in Game 1, the Sixers have changed their confidence level of them reaching the Eastern Conference Finals. Agree or disagree?
You want me to go?
Whoever won, buddy.
Yeah, I'll land on disagree. I mean, it was awesome. Absolutely. I mean, 21 threes, and like Tom said, you do have to execute. The lights go on next series, right? So for me, it's you got to take care of business. If this isn't a sweep, I know everybody's going to be like, it's the NBA. It's hard to sweep. Bullshit. The antelope never gets away. Okay, I got little cliff notes for you. Right, watch the Discovery Channel. Right, the only time the antelope gets away from the cheetah is when he's not looking. Okay, you're that much better. They got Mikal Bridges. That's it. Okay, that's what fucking killers do. They fucking take care of business and they move on. Right, and you wait for the fucking Celtics to get done with their series. Okay, so this one, didn't watch a lick of it yesterday. Was out and about. If I take a peeky poo tomorrow, I'll take a poo. But I'll take a peek. But next week or whenever round 2 starts, that's when I'll dial in. So, but listen, 21 threes, awesome job. I hope we can it'll translate to next series. But I just thought I believe in this basketball team, so it's not it's not that. I just look at it like I didn't look at yesterday as like it just jacked me up that much more. You know what I mean? The lights go on next week for me. So you tell me that we fucking drill the Celtics, I'll go fucking 12 to midnight, and I don't care who comes the fucking Broad Street. All right, that's what I mean. But what you do to the Nets, I don't care. They're an NBA team. Play me the fucking smallest violin in the world. They're fucking garbage in a fucking jar. So wait till next week for me. Sorry.
No, I mean, wait till next week. Then if you win that, you're in the East Conference Finals. So you have to look at it. We have to at least like take something from this. If it's good, bad, or indifferent, or doesn't matter, right? Like it's either did you have them going to the Eastern Conference Finals? I don't remember your pick.
No.
Okay, so nothing's changed. Yeah, I don't think and to be honest with you, I don't think anything's going to change for the people that don't think they're going to go there. Right? Like, I think that's going to be the common theme in the chat and on here. If somebody doesn't think they're going there anyway, I don't expect Game 1 to change somebody's opinion, right? To take you from not going to going. Absolutely not, right? That is common sense. So that's why I'm trying to look for things that stamp what I feel, right, of them going. I'm trying to I'm binoculars out and saying, oh, that's new. That's new. You look good doing that.
Yeah, I was just trying to piggyback your point. I'm saying if this same question arose, after the Celtics series, I'm gonna tell you that it's 1,000,000% for me. You know what I mean? Because then I'm like, I don't care who comes to town. You know what I mean? I just, I don't care about the Nets. You know what I mean? But I want to see it. I want to see it against the next two big boys. That's all.
Yeah, I'm probably with sweeps more on this, but I do have them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And people kept asking me yesterday while I was watching the game, why do I think that we're going to beat the Celtics? And it's it was like after we won and the Celtics were drilling whoever the hell they played. They were up 30 at half. Hawks, yeah. And they're like, why do you think we can beat this team? And honestly, the best reason I have is I feel like there's no way that the Celtics are going to the Eastern Conference Finals back-to-back with rookie head coaches. They went last year with a rookie head coach. They fired him. Obviously there was some shit that went down. We're not going to get into that. But he got fired. Another rookie head coach in Mazzola, and they're going to go again. I think that we're going to find a way to win strictly because of that reason. But Boston's going to be tough. So I'm right with sweeps. The Nets, to me, we actually luck out by catching the Nets because if they were this team that they are currently constructed the whole season, they're not the 6th seed. They're probably in the play-in, and then maybe they get the 8th seed. But we wouldn't see this team. We would probably be seeing Miami or Atlanta, who I think is a tougher matchup. Either one of them. So we kind of luck out by getting the Nets, and I think we should it's a 4 or 5 game series tops. So it doesn't. It was a great win, and if we make 21 threes a game, I mean. Shit, we're going to win. We're winning the finals.
I don't expect that to keep up, but still, an impressive game 1 performance. I mean, it is what it is. You're expected to win. It's not something you even need.
You watched a bunch of teams lose today, or a bunch of teams have lost.
Absolutely,
Bucks lost.
But
Grizzlies lost. So you got to take care of business.
Yeah, I mean, better teams and better players for sure.
Our fault. That's not, and like you said, I don't penalize us because we got the Nets draw. You know what I mean? But the other teams that won on the road are better. You know what I mean? Today, the teams that won, on the road. You know what I mean? That's good for them. You know what I mean? But they're obviously better than the Nets. But I think real quick before Greg goes, just 20 seconds. I think when Tommy was asking me that, I think I had him in the Eastern Conference Finals. I didn't have him in the finals. I had the Bucks beating him. So just to retract that, you know what I mean? So I just, like I said, I'd like to see a dominating performance against the Celtics. But I don't care how we get it done. Let's just get it done against the Celtics. But I had
the skin of your teeth. That's fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Getting to the finals. I thought that was our question, but I hadn't been on for a month, so I apologize to the viewers.
No, you're fine. It was the Eastern Conference Finals. That's where the confusion came in. Right, it wasn't the finals. It was just the Eastern Conference Finals. I haven't gotten past that hiccup yet. Absolutely. Yeah, so this isn't going to change. And me, I just got excited and took my percentage up one from 9 to 10. But it shouldn't really. It shouldn't change people drastically. If you don't have us going and beating Boston, I don't expect game 1 to change your opinion.
Especially when Boston was up 40 the whole game.
Well, true. Well, guess what? To the easy draw game, Wills, I completely agree with you. But we've had that combo before here. I witnessed. Oh, you can't get it any easy. Atlanta in the second round. Atlanta, and then bang, a player goes off on you, which he has the capabilities of doing for sure. And you catch a little lightning in the bottle.
They could possibly have tougher. Now, granted, I mean, Boston might roll right through Atlanta, but I wouldn't be shocked if Atlanta takes 1, possibly 2 from Boston, and in Atlanta. But to me, I think there's no chance that our series goes more than 5 games. There's just no chance.
No, in terms of that, I don't know how it does.
Yeah, I can't. I don't see how they could possibly win 2 games.
Like I said, we've all watched the NBA, so
they shot 60% yesterday.
The
Nets shot 60%.
We all watch the NBA, so I get it. The Sixers and 5. Obviously I was doing the voice, but I respect everybody that that says that. I mean, you say it's not easy.
They might get 1 at home.
Yeah, it's not easy to sweep. It shouldn't happen though. It should not happen.
Oh no, we're way better than this team.
That's all. It should not happen.
No, I look at it, Bridges 40. And like, what happened? And that's it.
Mercedes Bridges goes for 50. I still don't think they win.
They shouldn't.
I feel like
early on,
it
looked like Bridges was going to go for 40 yesterday.
It's got to be a game where there's no one else hits their shots. Like when we hit a lot of shots yesterday, it would have to be a game where no one's hitting shots, and like we're probably still right in it.
Yeah, we're in it to the wire, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to continue with the disagree train, but it upped my confidence level a little bit, but I already had him going to the Eastern Conference Finals already, right? So to your point, Tommy, it's not going to drastically change, but I did like what I saw yesterday in a playoff game, right? I mean, we can say regular season is what it is, so you can kind of throw that out now. But I like knowing that double teams were coming all day. Right, and he kind of mixed it up on the Nets too, to a point where he either reacted and acted right away, or he let it come and then made the open pass from there. You know what I mean? So I like what he did out of the double team, although he wasn't as dominant as he normally is, right? And that comes from other guys hitting 21 threes. So I might up my. To Sweep's point, I might up my series here to the Nets to a sweep after tomorrow or after yesterday. But I already had him
more dominant though, Greg. Honestly, I mean, he dominated the complete game. He made all the
you're
right
absolutely
plays.
right. I'm just saying dominating score wise. You know what I mean? Like he didn't drop a 40 burger.
Yeah, well, when you're getting doubled, you need to find the open guy.
You're absolutely correct. And to your point, you're right. I do think he was a lot better in that aspect than he has been in a long time.
I think the best we've. I mean, granted, this year he's been better at that than he's been at any point in his career, which you would expect him to be as he gets older and understands the game better. But yeah, he definitely looked more confident with the ball and with the double coming, finding guys open yesterday than we've ever seen him in the playoffs. That's kind of been where he's struggled in the playoffs
Absolutely.
in the past is maybe holding the ball too long, letting the double get on him, and then turn the ball over. So it was good. I think he had 2 early turnovers, which were bad passes. They weren't bad. It was the right execution.
Ideas,
it was
right.
he just made a bad pass.
Yep,
but besides that, though, he played very, very well out of passing out of doubles. Yes, which Tom already mentioned. And also, I don't want to glaze over it, but PJ Tucker. I know we've been saying this. Some of us have been saying this all year. Like, don't judge this guy on the regular season. Wait for the playoffs. But that's the kind of game that PJ Tucker brings to you in the playoffs. Yep. 5 offensive rebounds. He does the dirty stuff. He's gonna use his fouls. He's gonna play defense, and I am here for it. I love me some PJ.
Oh yeah, and I'm here for Bill Middlebrook too. And I'm here all for Bill Middlebrook too. I just want to make this clear too, because you just want to take things away. I love to take things away, people. Right? They take out a 45-point second quarter yesterday for the Celtics, Bill. And how's that game age for them? If you just want to take it away, well, they hit 21 threes. 14 more than the Nets took. Like, we're gonna make up excuses. Like, well, if they don't do that, they're not gonna beat them. Like, stop, dude. Stop. You guys put up 45 in the second and they coast it around and let it be a game. So don't talk to me about what happened, with the Sixers, Bill. You got your own things to worry about. You know what I mean? You should look in your own mirror for a minute. All right? Because I think you got a skeleton or 2 in that closet. Because let me remind you, you didn't win shit last year. You didn't cut the Nets down. You didn't beat the Warriors, right? It was cool to get there, and credit to the Celtics for getting there, right? But you didn't win it. You're walking around like you're unbeatable. You've walked around all season for 82 goddamn games, I've heard from you, which I love hearing from you, right? But for 82 games, you walked around like your shit don't stink. Well, guess what happens for too long if you walk around and you think your shit really don't stink or smell like some damn potpourri up in here, right? You get a big whiff. You get a big whiff. You say, ooh, I didn't know it smelled that bad. All right? Because you got some shit over there. All right? Coming up in here. We got the best player on the planet. I ain't even worried about you. All right? It's a dogfight. It's a scrap and claw. And I believe this year we're the toughest we ever been. So I'm open for it. And I'm excited for it because nobody's going to pick the Sixers. And I love it. I want to be overlooked. I want it this year. More than ever for somebody to say, we're not good enough because of regular season games versus Celtics to beat them in the playoffs. It's a different animal, baby, and we're ready for it. Rookie head coach again. Wonder who he's fondling. All right, don't start this. Skeletons. All right? Full of skeletons, Billy.
Okay.
Well, Joe Mazzulla did go to West Virginia, so that answer could be a lot of people.
Yeah, sure.
Family included.
I just hate to take away guys, right? Like, you can't take away. Like,
Don't bring up West Virginia.
It's not going to happen
I know,
often.
sorry,
It's not going to happen often, if not once a month, if you're lucky that you're hitting 21 threes, right? But at the end of the day, you can't take it away. You can't say, well, if they didn't.
But that's the game plan, though, you know?
Oh, that's a great screen grab. That's a great
Oh,
screen grab.
oh yeah,
right
what? I lost Tommy for a second there.
Yeah, it's the tale of the two sides right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if they're not doubling Joel, we're not going to take that many threes, and Joel's just going to score in the paint the whole fucking game. So it's like, what are you going to take here?
Or you can just guard them. Would they leave? They left Harden open at the end of that first quarter for that wide open three. Or you can just guard somebody.
Well, and yeah, exactly. And when you're talking about trends, like I said, everything, comes to an end, or you wipe the slate clean. So you guys are saying rookie head coach, and our trend is second round. Not good.
Second round head coach.
We haven't got past the second round, so we let's hope we can wash them out and then go play basketball.
I love your yelling best player on the planet for like the last week that you've been doing. I love it, but I don't know. To me, the best player to be the best player on the planet, you had to get to a finals at some point.
Do you?
Yes.
At 29?
Yes.
That's old.
Yeah, that's fucking old. Hey, young.
No, I'm just asking you a question. Like, I don't.
Yes, I think you're. Yes.
Well, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong because there's factors. Okay. The factors that you just don't want to talk about. That. All right, Mr. Mr. Generational. I remember your boy. Don't run from your boy.
I'm not running.
All right, your boy was a fraud and a kitty cat, and my boy for a half a minute too. I'm not going to run from it. But don't.
What does that have to do anything?
It pulls you down. It pulls you down. It pulls you down.
Okay,
dude, it pulls you down.
It doesn't get over the fact that we haven't gotten out of the second round. You can't be the best player on the planet if you haven't gotten out of the second round. Fact.
I said best player on the planet this year, right? Best player on the planet this year.
You can't be till you're out of the fucking second round.
Why can't you be right now? Why can't he be right now?
That's my opinion. Is that you can't be.
Well, you can because this season isn't over. That book's not written.
Well, guess what? He's not. Until you get out of the second round.
Well, the book's not written. Right now he is.
We get out of the second round in 2 weeks. We have that discussion.
Right now, his numbers, and I know you learn a lot of trucks this time of year, late at night. So I know you might not be able to see everything. But if you're watching the guy and you're watching other players,
MVP.
It's pretty clear the best player on the planet is right now. Now, again, I hear you.
Win MVP.
You can't be a failure. You can't be a failure and be the best.
Though. I don't care about MVP.
I don't care about it either. What I'm saying to you is,
what was that?
I don't know. Greg, like a blurry freaking. I mean, guys living in a mobile home community, 55 mobile home community down in Florida. I was
wondering what's going on there. Greg's like Prism. Greg's like screen.
Really
down there.
Yeah, you're not that bad on mine, but you're not clear.
Nope. We would assume you're hiding your identity from somebody. You know what I mean? If we had to take advantage of the guess on what's going on down there, we assume he can't get facial recognized right now. All right. Maybe some things. Some things.
Uber creep.
I wasn't doing that.
I'm crystal clear online.
I think it's just one. I think I agree with both.
I've always wanted the pixelated face though.
I just wanted to give Tom
words. It's one word with Tommy. I think it's one word with Tommy, and I agree 100% with Wilson. He's the best player in the league. The planet. You need more. The resume has to be better for the planet talk, but he's been the best player in the league this year. Absolutely.
Well, you guys are semantic in me.
Oh, he's going to win MVP.
Because I'm not talking about, real quick, Wilson, I'm not talking about revisionist history here. I'm not talking about the past.
You're talking about now.
The past is the facts.
I just want to give you some trash.
No, for sure. He hasn't gotten over his hump, and it's do or die time. We're in do or die time now. But this year, the way he's played, I've never seen a guy do what he can do on a court. And I've watched baseball for a long time, so have you guys.
Yeah. No, I just want you to do air quotes then. That's all. Just do that. And then like you said, it has nothing to do with history. If by June we're where we're supposed to be, where we want to be, then you're good. Then you take away the air quotes.
Oh, you guys will be hearing from me. Don't worry. You guys know this. It's been like 5 years coming. So I mean you guys will hear from me, don't worry.
Oh, It's either listen. We know what we know is 2 weeks from now. It's either going to be a real good time or a real bad time.
But right this minute,
out in the second round, or we're losing again.
Well, right this minute, he's playing at that level. Now you got to go finish the job, right? Now it's like it's not a participation trophy. Like you were great all year, but you get knocked out a second. Well, then you're not the best player to your guy's point, right? Exactly. Then you're not. I'll be raising my hand and saying, hey, it's not about what's around you because the stink's been gone now for a year and a half. The stink's out of the room. I give you last year as a little bit of a mulligan. Not only did you get hurt, it's hard to win at the deadline. But I preach that.
Yeah. New team.
So this year, you guys heard me at the beginning of the year. This is do or die, man. This isn't like because as an organization, you got to have a lot of conversations about what you do moving forward. If you don't get over the hump, which I don't want to have right now, to Eric Stott earlier, I don't want to talk about firing anybody or trading people or whatever until this book is finished. Then I can have the conversation because then there's a scapegoat or blame to go around. Right now, it's kumbaya until we get our ass kicked.
Absolutely, because you're 100% right. Because the ink's not dry yet. So but when the ink is dry, then you become the best player in the league, but you're a loser.
Yeah,
that's tough to shake, bro. That's tough to shake.
I was gonna say that's not a good. It's not a good thing.
You show up, I'm not comparing it to. You show up at the YMCA, you're like, hey, Christ, that guy's the best player, but he's a fucking loser. I want to play 4 in a row. I don't know him.
And I don't know. I'm trying to think about. We've all watched basketball forever. Who's the guy going back in the day that was this generational of a player that never get out of the second round? Who?
It's never happened.
I don't remember. I'm trying to think.
It's legitimately never happened.
I mean, he's got out of the second round, but you could say James Harden.
Any guy that's won an MVP, which he's going to win an MVP this year, so we can just squash that. Any guy that's won an MVP, I think every one of them's gone to a conference final. We could try to go back and think, but I can't think of one. Tracy McGrady, maybe. But I think he did.
No, he went to it. He went. Yeah, right? Him and Yao went though. At least maybe they didn't. I thought they went to a Western Conference final. Then maybe they didn't. What about Dominique Wilkins? Wilkins went to an Eastern Conference final, right?
They went to one.
Right? I know they didn't go to a lot.
They went to one.
Yeah, I know they didn't go to a lot, but it's a great player.
Yeah.
Did he get an MVP with Mike?
No, one MVP though.
No, I'm just thinking of greats. I mean, he's a great player. I'm just thinking of anything. I'm thinking of any player.
So Barkley went to the finals, obviously, with the Suns.
Yeah, he ran for sure.
Ewing went.
Yeah. I almost give him a mulligan on who they had to face every damn year. But, yeah, that's why he never went to a finals.
Well, no, he did. They beat the Bulls with.
Without Jordan.
No, when he first came back.
Oh, the first.
Yeah.
He
was back for a week and a half.
That one don't even count.
No. Everybody on the dream team made it to the finals.
Yeah, they all did. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I mean,
yeah, I don't think there. Honestly, Tommy, I don't think there is anybody.
Yeah,
I don't think there is.
There's a lot of lists. There's a lot of lists.
Chris Paul. But I think they went to a final.
There's a lot of lists that you might want to be on where you're the only guy and you can look around and puff your chest out. This ain't that list.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I mean, I'll say a couple things about this guy as a player. I don't put my faith in
I
guys.
still think we're getting it done this year.
Yeah, I don't put faith in guys
do.
too often. I really don't. But this guy I've always put a lot into, and sometimes false hope, right? But it was just a pure talent, right? It was a pure ability of things that I've never seen a guy at his size be able to do. And you kept telling yourself that this guy could put his game all together. What's stopping the Sixers? What's stopping the Sixers? And there's great teams in the East. Don't get me wrong. And Boston's a great opponent, obviously. But if this guy's cooking, it's a different type of cook than what Jason Tatum can do to you. It's a different type of cook than what Jaylen Brown can do to you. And that's not taking shots at those two. I love those two parts. I actually like Brown more than Tatum. But I got the utmost respect, even though I hate the Celtics, for those two doggies, right? But this guy, when you're talking about the elbow jumpers and you're talking about what he can do inside, right, the field goal percentage is so much higher. And not only what he can do on the offensive side It's obviously what we've known for a while on what he can do on the defensive side, right? So, like, I mean, listen, the time's now for him. And I got to believe when you're playing at this level, the only thing that stops you is you. You. I mean, you're the only thing stopping your team. I mean, players around you got to play, obviously, but you're the only thing stopping your team from getting over your guys' hurdle this year. And I just got the confidence in us to do it because I feel like a lot of the fan base was out on this team coming in on the year for different reasons. I felt nationally it was the same way. We were overlooked.
We've seen how it ends. So, we know how the story ends. So it doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we just got used to that. You know what I mean? So, you can only get punched in the face so many times before you look around the corner. Like, hey, look around the corner. I mean,
start taking a different route.
But I'm just saying. But to your point, a lot of pressure on the big fella because he is the process. And we're sick of it in this area. You know what I mean? Like, we've been sick of it for a long time. But there's been other factors, right? So it shouldn't be all him.
Bad drafting.
Yeah, exactly. There's been countless misses. I mean, obviously, one guy drinks milk out of a bowl. Markelle Fultz. I mean, we got bums.
Would have been nice to catch Fultz though. In the hindsight,
we decided that we didn't want Mikal Bridges. A local guy, his mom worked for us.
Found something out about that today too.
A lot of stuff that went into the process.
I don't know if you guys want to hear that.
It's been actually worse. So he's the last guy standing, and he's the face of the process. So a lot of pressure there. But with pressure, like what they say, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know what I mean? So you're going to be the league MVP. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. It's time to get to the finals, brother.
And honestly, I feel like we saw how the Nets defended him. Boston, like, to me, in the Boston series, which we fully expect we're going to play Boston. I know we're not jumping ahead here, but we're going to play Boston.
Jump ahead.
Yeah, to me, Boston's not going to do that. I think that they're going to match everybody else up, try to limit everyone else from scoring, and then see if they can go one-on-one with, obviously they're going to throw multiple different guys at Joel, but that's going to be his series to dominate. I expect him to be scoring a ton in that series because I think that's the way Boston's going to go at it.
That's Wilson. It's a great point. They've done it all year against him. They don't run doubles at him.
Yep.
They say we're going to stop everything around besides you.
Yeah.
And then it becomes up to a guy like Tyrese Maxey to be able to win one-on-one battles, get to the rim, and that's where eyeballs go on Harden.
Big time.
Oh, I'm trying to think what I just had.
He's got to make threes. Harden's got to make threes.
Yeah. And Robert Williams should not sleep well at night during that series.
Yeah, you would hope not. Yeah. Him and old Al, our old buddy Al.
Robert Williams should be up tossing and turning all week. Oh, you want to leave me on an island? Excuse me, Joe. You want to leave me on an island? Fuck you. Fuck you. Pay me. I can't believe Greg's in Pixel here. I can't believe Greg is in Prism porn right now. I love it.
It's like 95 all over again. What's going on in there? Just going to sleep.
Well, they're gonna run. They're gonna run.
I see a nipple.
They're definitely gonna run a man on man versus him.
Definitely.
Not saying they're never gonna run a double at him, right? You know what I mean? I'm sure there's gonna be times where they run it at him when he's not expecting it, etc. Trying to create a turnover that way. And like we talked about earlier, it's easier defensively, rebounding, etc. when you're not running doubles, because what happens is it becomes like a little bit of a circus on the court, right? Where guys are out of positions, guys can't get bodies on guys to box out, and you're sort of running in panic mode. But I think the great thing they did as a whole yesterday, too, was I thought our ball movement was really well too, outside of just not only Joel, right? I thought we were really setting up, that making that extra pass throughout the game yesterday, and I think that's important moving forward. Is we know a great ball movement, usually equals success. If you're moving the basketball around and you're willing to make the extra pass, right? Those extra passes are so important. Those extra passes create open looks. and here we are. So, you want to go continue to take care of business here and get yourself to Boston. But, that's a tough matchup. It's a team I think we sort of match up really well against in a way. And we'll see where that falls come the time.
Cool, Kawhi is still filthy.
Tommy called it earlier. I mean, 38, and he's
Kawhi still filthy.
Back-to-back three, carrying him. Let's go. Get to the finish line.
Still that dude in the playoffs. He wakes up no matter if he sleeps all year or not.
Yeah. Well, he only plays like 17 minutes a game all year, just for these moments.
Just another one. There's another one too. There's another one. There's another one. Good trade.
How am I so far behind?
Can you imagine?
I don't like this.
I love it if Phoenix loses this game.
Me too. No, the best part about it, Tommy, is I think and Barkley was talking about it too. Like, people thought that the Clippers should lose to try to avoid Phoenix, and they went out and beat them in that last game and said, "Nah, we won Phoenix." And I like that.
Oh, Gordon from way downtown. Wow.
Oh, okay, never mind. Tom.
Wow.
I thought Tom was reacted to Gordon's three a minute ago.
Get out of there.
I'm done reacting to this. So,
Knock it off, Kevin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Bill, we talked about it. That's what they do. Doesn't mean it's always going to work for them. Those guys aren't necessarily all the Kobe stoppers. I know I had to hear a lot about Derek White and Malcolm One-Knee Brogdon. And if those guys beat you in the series, you should fold your organization. Okay? If Tatum and Brown beat you in the series, guess what? He lost to the better players. But earlier on, Bill, you told me how good Brown and Tatum is, and you act like the supporting casts aren't very similar and talented. Right? Like, that's what I love. Like, we're just poo-pooing Maxey. He can't play. Tobias can't play at all. I think their bench
is better, but I think our starting five is better.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I think they have some players on the bench.
Would you not agree that our starting five is better?
I would think it is.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
I think their bench is
deeper. Their bench
is better. Their bench is better than
for sure.
I'll give it that.
For sure. But how this league works.
I don't expect us to play a whole lot of bench.
I just know how it works. I mean, stars are going to win you games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Role players are going to help you, but stars win in this league. So it's the battle of the starting fives. Not that those guys don't matter, and bench points obviously do matter. You don't want to get outscored 25-5 in a playoff game bench wise and expect to come out with wins. That's not ideal either. But our bench also isn't like the worst thing ever assembled. D'Anthony Melton's a good player off the bench. Niang's a good player off the bench. Paul Reed has shown his energy and is a little less dog on a hardwood floor this year, which is positive for us because we can use his energy, right?
I just love how he gets rebounds, kicks it out, or goes up with it. No more dribbling, Paul. Don't dribble the basketball. Literally. They should tell him every time you dribble the basketball is $1,000 fine.
Bill, but we
get
did
a rebound, go up with it, or kick it out.
We did these numbers Wednesday night, Bill. You guys aren't the greatest defensive team ever assembled. So, I mean, I know that, Boston takes pride in being Pomsy.
Did he just give you a definition of a two-way player?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Love Bill. Bill.
D'Anthony Melton's a really good two-way player, Bill, too. I mean, just saying. Like, D'Anthony Melton's a good two-way player. Joel Embiid's a pretty good two-way player. PJ Tucker's a pretty good two-way player. Right? Tobias Harris is a pretty good two-way player. Guys that are willing to play defense. Maxey and Harden, not so much. More one-way players, obviously. Niang's a one-way player. Paul Reed is a D guy. He's a D guy. He's a Pomsy. So, I mean, you're just acting like that, like we're just the greatest show on turf and you're the 85 Bears. Like, just to be fair, like we're pretty good too. We're pretty good defensively too, right? We went over the numbers on Wednesday night on how good and efficient the Sixers were all year in important categories. 3-point percentage, third in basketball. So those 21 threes the other night, isn't this
free throw percentage too?
It isn't this mirage. Like, oh my God, like they're never going to shoot well from three again in the playoffs. They shot well from three all goddamn year. No. And a month and a half, they were without their best players. So, I mean, this season's been different. It's been different if you actually paid attention. Not Bill, the faithful out there, Right? I'm not yelling at you. I'm saying if you watched it, it's a little bit different than years past. That's all. We've had really great years in the past, but this was different. It was different. It looked like a better team. Right? A better team. Right? They made the extra passes. They played defense. The PJ Tucker addition is so undervalued because we joked at the beginning of the year, like, just running cardio, right? But we don't realize how important he was defensively while he was running cardio, right? Like, we just look at the box score and it comes up goose eggs, and you're like, how the hell does this happen? Right? And then you hear about, how good of a communicator he is defensively, right? Yeah. All those things that Doc said we were lacking. We weren't a good communicating defensive team before this year, even though we had the greatest defender of all time, supposedly, right? We didn't do a good job communicating defensively.
Two great defenders.
So now you add a guy who's a veteran people listen to, and you add some of that communication, which we talk about in sports all the time, how important it is. Well, we're better. Now, are we better to go beat them? We'll find out, right? But are we better than in years past? Absolutely, it's a different team. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if not now, when? I mean, we've been saying it. Like everything is in place. It's time. It's time.
So, I mean,
and the Clippers, man, what hustle the Clippers are showing in this last minute right here. I've never liked Russell Westbrook, but the dude does hustle and plays 100%. Give him that all the time.
Yeah, we always say that. But why are you hoisting a three there? You're absolute horseshit. What are you doing, Russ? But
yeah, terrible shot there. I mean, he's probably 3 for 30. So, but
yeah,
that last whole sequence killed my potential shot for the over of 225. But yeah, great hustle.
I mean,
would have liked for a shot or two to go down so we can get down the other end and have a little back to back here. Let's go overtime.
Greg, I think you need multiple overtimes for that 225 right now, buddy. Maybe not. No,
we're only 10 off.
Yeah, you're only 10 off.
Yeah, it's only 10 off.
I was thinking it was 100.
No. Yeah, Don, through the history of basketball, you're always going to find the role players with big shots, right? Through the history of basketball, we know who's done it. We get it, right? But at the end of the day, since the game was invented, it's been the best players game, right? Who are the best players? Right, in baseball, you can have a World Series MVP come out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere, but be your 7-hole hitter, right? Who's, as Will says, hot as a pistol in a 7-game series and just can't stop hitting.
Trevor Pena last year.
Yeah. And he's a good player.
Young guy.
Yeah. So they can sort of come out of nowhere. In the NBA, for as long as I remember, I don't know how many role players are winning NBA Finals MVP, right? You know what I mean? It's a star award. It's a star league.
I can think of one.
Iguodala.
Yep, that's the only one. And it's because
it's the only one, though.
He covered LeBron the whole
Yeah, he shut LeBron down.
Yeah, and that's more of a modern day. Like, here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's be different. Let's be different. But, at the end of the day, it's a star-driven league. We talk about it all the time. When does NBA basketball games start? The last 8 minutes. And guess what's going to happen the whole Boston series when we get there? Those last 8 minutes are going to decide who's winning and losing the game.
100%. Doesn't even matter what the score is going into.
You can jerk me off with Derek White. You can jerk me off with Malcolm Brogdon. You can jerk me off with whatever other guys you got on your bench, because those guys are not going to be in big situations taking the big shots. That's going to be Tatum. That's going to be Brown. That's going to be Smart. And it's even going to be a guy like Al Horford. They're the guys who are going to take the big shots for them. So who are going to take the big shots for us? Joel Embiid, James Harden, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey. Like, those guys are going to take the shots. Your bench players aren't taking big shots with 3 minutes left in games.
2 big free throws, Russ. Sorry.
Like, come on.
No, you're 100% correct, Tom. Like, listen, you need your bench to play well. You need your role players to play well. You need that. But in the closing minutes of big games, those guys aren't seeing the floor.
Yeah.
No.
Now, what's it called? Someone might be arguing, Austin Reeves today, but he's a starter for the Lakers, though. Like he's a starter now with their new system or whatever. And he had a monster game today, but like I would argue that he's not a role player anymore for them. He's a starter.
Yeah, no, Bill, I'm going to pass. Well, until the series is over, then I might take it. You know what I mean? If you guys take us out again, I might revert. I might say, you know what? It's time. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm going to have to say no to it. But ring me up in 3 weeks. You know,
I would need more out of that deal. Marcus Smart would have to be involved.
Yeah.
Just because I love me some Marcus Smart.
Especially considering.
Well, how many picks we talking? 8? You know what I mean? If you're going to give me 8 picks, like Rudy Gobert got 4. So Joel should at least give me an 8 spot. And Tatum.
I'm going to need contract, so
he's
good for a couple first.
I want 50% ownership in the Celtics.
You're gonna have to put a toupee on me because we could have had Tatum. So I can't even talk fucking trade because we could have had him. You know what I mean? So I just can't. Just fucking toupee me and that's it.
You made me remember what I was going to say to you guys earlier when you were talking Mikal Bridges. You know, reports came out today, and it probably came out before this, but I saw it today, where an ownership, I think, admitted to this. But reports came out that this was not a coaching staff decision and general manager decision to trade him on draft night. That was an ownership decision to make that move.
Go buy the Redskins, you fucking idiot.
Well, I think they did it to save that $1 million.
Yep. You loser, Josh Harris.
They did it to save $1 million.
This is the same guy.
They were trying to then fit 2 maxes with that, and they needed that $1 million apparently.
Yeah, and Greg. And
then they let Jimmy walk.
This is the same guy. This is the same guy who threw a party, right? Threw a party for a guy named Andrew Bynum who wore sweatpants and didn't even do his hair for it. The guy threw a parade for him and he said, "Would you sign him right now to an extension?" And he said, "Wouldn't even think twice." Right? So, Josh Harris is a well-documented
I think the best call I've ever made in my life was calling that Andrew Bynum would never play as a Sixer. On the head. Remember when I hurt my leg bowling. Get the fuck out of here. He had never an intention of stepping foot on the court for the Sixers.
I miss Andrew Bynum.
Fucking bum. I tell you what, they should make him, if he wants to go buy the Commanders, he should have to sell all his Philly shit. They should make him sell. We don't have to get into that. Sure. I got issues with that. That to me,
they'll have 3 out of 4 sports majors. The only team you won't have or won't have a piece of is an NHL team.
I thought he had the Devils. I thought he had.
Oh no, you're right.
No, he has the Devils, right?
He has an MLB team. You're right. Yeah.
I thought he had a piece of the Devils.
Yeah. He does.
He has the Devils. Well, he's gonna have the Commanders now
and the Sixers.
And
doesn't have an NBA or an MLB. I wonder if he's got enough money.
Well,
single-handedly, sorry, Tommy, I interrupt you. Single-handedly, Russ with a fucking block and a throw off the knee. Wow.
He threw it right off Booker's chest. Catch the ball, Booker. What are you doing?
That was awesome. Wow.
That was a great play.
They haven't even inbounded it yet.
No, it's okay, Greg.
Good old DirecTV.
Then give me that off Booker who's looking for a foul.
Booker's looking for a foul. Just catch the ball when he throws it off you. Well, that's what you get for looking for a foul, you little pussy. That's what you get.
All right.
Sorry for the P word there.
Well, let's slow down with all the extra for 5 seconds.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a great block. He's a great energy effort guy. Always has been. What an upset though. I love to see it. You just love to see it.
It makes me really think that are all 4 upsets going to happen? Because I bet Minnesota and I'm going to need them to happen.
I got Minnesota too. I wrote with you.
Tommy, you mentioned it at 3:00. You said that not the money line. She even a lot the money line.
I know. I thought about putting a 5-piece burger just on all the 4-piece money lines. But I'm like, I feel like I'm wasting $5. But all the spreads were so big. Everybody's getting so many points.
Monster.
3 money lines right now. Even if this 3 goes, who cares? Let them have it.
But they're so well coached. I mean, that was sort of why I had them going to the Western Conference Finals. I think they're well coached, and obviously they got Kawhi. I mean, another best player on the planet type when he's fully.
I like how we're throwing down dunks with less than a second left too.
When he's fully healthy, there's not best player on the planet talk guy, and to the point where he can just absolutely take over a series.
Chris Paul's still trying. I mean, that's what they say in the South. Oh, child, bless your heart. 5.9. He let it roll in.
Russell Westbrook is like at the he's like at the camera pointing to his heart while Chris Paul's still letting the ball roll down this court.
So, can we foul, please? Can we foul, please? Can we foul? Put him on the foul line, please.
Oh, he threw that dunk down for you, Greg. That dunk was for you.
Put this 3 in, Chris.
No, he did not put the 3 in, Greg.
Yeah, it don't go.
It was from half court, Gregor. I'll call you Gregor. It was from half court.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh, Swoop! Because Swoop, we're actually a business, right? And when you do video monetization, why I'm telling the guys to slow down on the F-bomb before we get taken off of that is because the ads go in. Because here we are, we're big boys. Ryan, welcome to the show, babe. All right, you don't got to listen to the ads though; they're just there.
Yeah, my fault. I haven't been on.
No, fine. Just get them all out. You're in the quota. You're in the quota. Wilson was talking about this. For me to slow down the F-bombs a lot. So if I can do it, the whole country can do it.
I felt like Sweeps was just letting him fly.
Yeah, he was.
I had to jump in.
Well, he did mention he had a few fireballs in the going too. So
I haven't been on in a month. Just email me about the F-bombs. I had no idea.
Guy had a quote in 5 minutes, 30 seconds in his whole quote for the month. 30 seconds.
I had no idea we were at. I love this. This is fantastic.
No, but I love a great F-bomb. So I'm an F-bomb guy. So I hate being the guy to say, hey, guys, like well, we're in the library. I need you guys to slow. We're in church. Slow down the F-bomb. Like, no, I'm a big fan of it. I just not try to be try to use it when I'm in a try to save it, right? I'm like it's just in my back pocket.
Saving them up.
Yeah, I save them for a great rant. You know, but guess what? You haven't been on the month. You got to get your quote out. Wilson's been 10 times before you even went your 40. You know what I mean? Today, I've counted them. And the P drop.
I thought it wasn't that.
It was.
The P one right there was aggressive.
Inappropriate.
Unnecessary. Really. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were very accountable right after you dropped it.
I know. See, I knew it because everyone was quiet too. It came out hard. I was like,
hard P. That's a hard P.
Yeah, it's a hard P.
Yeah. Love a good hard P.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
can't do nothing with a soft P. So
I was gonna say moist.
I don't work for Facebook. You know what I mean? I don't work. I don't know. I don't work for Facebook. I'm just a guy talking sports to you. I can't help you with everything they're doing. You know what I mean? Sit up to 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and you'll get back because you come back to us, right? So you get your 30 seconds back. All right, now hit the damn like and subscribe, people. Stay with us for a while, especially if you love a good.
You like a good moist pie, apple pie.
I mean, we're close to 8:30 after dark at this point. It's getting late. We've had some good ones. We've had some good ones back in the day. Check the archives.
Only Greg likes his nuggets dry.
That is straight serial killer behavior. Just a dry guy.
The rest of us need a little precipitation.
A little moisture. Some things moving.
I had no idea. I did show my gun earlier. I apologize.
That was a great game last night, Greg.
Yeah,
Warriors,
it was.
Kings. It really was. Yeah,
I like that Kings team. I'm not gonna lie. I'm almost upset. I'm almost upset that I didn't pick the Kings to go to the West Conference Finals because I like that Kings.
I like that team.
It's hard matchup round one to pick them to go to the final, right? Like,
yeah, I know.
Not only do I like the team, I love the beam. I was nowhere. I don't the regular season. I don't have no time for the NBA. I have no idea about the beam. Like the F-bomb beam. Like the beam. I'm a professional, Tommy. Like the beam. That's fantastic. Let's go.
They've been waiting to like that beam for a while too. I mean, it's been years. And De'Aaron Fox is the best player in basketball nobody knows about or talks about. He's that good. De'Aaron Fox is that good.
What's it called reminds me just like his dad, DeMontis. He's just like a quiet killer out there. Great passer from the center position. Good defensive player.
Yeah, well,
that might be the worst foul call in the history of basketball, right there.
He came out of the womb just dropping dimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was in Daddy's beanbag.
That's part of the Sabonis thing. You got to know how to pass out of the post.
We're gonna stick you back in the oven.
Jokic.
We're gonna stick you back in mommy's oven for another 3 weeks if you ain't coming out dishing. We're gonna get that fully cooked. We're gonna get that dish fully cooked.
He tried to take a jump shot, and they were like, "Turkey baster, back in." Get down in there. Get in there. We need an assist, big
Turkey baster. Oh my Lord.
I think they got a call in Denver from Vegas. The fouls.
Yeah.
The fouls are cheap and easy right now.
Yeah,
for Denver.
The first one that Rudy did, who I don't like Rudy at all, but on Nikolai was not a foul.
Well, and then they let Aaron Gordon come down and just throw who was defending him off, and then they let him dunk. Like, no offensive foul there. Like, he threw the guy.
Three dogs. I mean, I'm so glad I'm on Minnesota right now. This is Denver by 46.
I think we're all the T-Wolves, so we're all going to this could be miserable.
First thing I said, Sweeps, I said I don't like the fact that all three dogs won out.
Use the whole fist, huh, Doc? Fletch 3.
Let's go. Hey, eight's a lot.
Get in there.
Eight's a lot. Circle the wagons. Everybody circle your wagons.
Oh, my God. That's a walk?
Sorry, we're not calling anything right now.
That's walks?
No, he's a rating MVP. 16-time
That's
MVP.
A nice move. That's a walk.
Yeah, the last 20-time MVP, NBA MVP. Nikolai Jokic.
16-time MVP. He can walk. You know, Kendrick Perkins will tell you. He won it because there's a reason why he won it. Shut up, Kendrick. I haven't been on in a month, so I had to take a shot at Kendrick. I haven't been on in a month. You know what I mean?
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah, he's got a lot to say.
Oh my Lord.
An aggressive same game parlay for this game. $4 to win 800. Would love that to hit.
Doubt that's hitting.
Yeah, I have a whole list of it here. I wrote it down just in case I could follow it.
Is he hurt? Is Anthony Edwards hurt?
No,
he just looks like he's hurt.
He better not be hurt because I got him all scattered all over the same game parlay.
he just looked off all 3 games. You know what I mean? All 3 games I watched.
He looked terrible. What was that last? What was the game that they lost? The Lakers game. He was awful in that game.
Horrendous.
Terrible.
Horrendous.
Like he didn't want to be on the court. Like, I can take if you're missing shots, but like I said about Russell Westbrook. First of all, Russell Westbrook's never hit shots in his life. But Russell Westbrook plays with a passion on the court. I can live with that. Anthony Edwards, if he wasn't making shots and he looked like he doesn't want to be on the court, that I can't have. You got to give energy and effort.
Yeah, he's weird. He's a weird feel out for me. Like, super talented. Mentioned that it's not his favorite sport.
Talented, yes.
Right? Like, he mentioned it like a year or so ago. Like, I think he was like, what was it?
Cycling?
Football, maybe football.
What's his favorite sport? Cycling? What are we talking?
Did you say cycling?
He mentioned it.
Big Tour de France guy.
Yeah, big Tour. He mentioned it, and it's just like, because you guys know. I mean, you guys know.
You gotta eat, sleep.
You gotta live it, man.
Yeah,
you gotta live it. You can be super talented, but it's gotta be. You gotta have like a different type of love for it.
Yeah, it's
right?
at that level. Yeah. I mean, you gotta do it every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, best water I've ever had, too. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever tried the volcano. You know what I mean? If you guys ever.
How expensive is that water?
I don't even know everything expensive. It feels expensive. Feels expensive going down. Not gonna lie to you. I don't look at prices. All right. If I start looking at price, I get upset.
I didn't know that you were to that point where you don't look at prices. I'd love to get to that point.
My dad's always been a price looker, right?
I'm bowling basket. I'm bowling basket. I used to take Fijis when I worked at a liquor store for free, but I'm bowling basket all day. Sorry.
Let me make this clear.
Back pocket of the pants, Sweeps.
Tom's not buying 24 packs. Tom's not buying 24 packs of the Hawaiian volcanic water. I'm not buying 24 packs.
How do you pronounce that? Why, Kia?
I don't know. I just drank it, Wells.
I got
right?
So, Wells, I hear you. Deer Park sometimes 3 for $10. I'm on, whatever.
Yep. Deer Park's not bad.
Yep, that's a poison. I feel like that's a poison job. You know what I mean?
Good possibility.
Yeah, 3 for $10. Like, I feel like.
First of all, sometimes I wear an aluminum foil hat. I don't think any of that crap. I won't use the S word because we got a lot of hats.
No, shit's fine. Let it flow.
I don't think any of that crap comes out of a spring, so they can all go.
No chance.
No, you're right. It comes out of a volcano. You were wrong, Sweeps. Comes right out of a volcano. It says right on the bottle.
No chance.
There ain't nobody
comes out of a volcano. He said comes out of a volcano.
Why is
There's two Samoans. There's two Samoans in Honolulu sitting in a.
How do you not sponsor me now? Like, look what I just did to the people. Look, I did one little show pony. One little show pony, and Greg Miller's already in. Greg, go treat yourself to the volcano.
First off, if he's really in, you gotta. If he's really in, Tom, you gotta send YA Key
that clip.
You gotta send them.
Yeah, I would love to send it to them. I don't know if I'm ever going to get their name right without somebody like coming over and give me speech therapy for it. But that being said, Jake, I was a big Essentia guy. I still am. The Essentia water, very good. Let me tell you something. Let me get it. I saw the pro guys drinking the water Jake's talking about. I said, all right, I've dabbled. I like it. Okay. Let me tell you something. I went to the volcano, though. Try the difference of the two and come circle back. So right at Wawa, you get your local Wawa.
I don't even know who you two guys are.
I don't know.
I can't even spell it, and I don't even know.
I've never even seen it. Know when I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna help you.
Volcano, bro.
I'm gonna help you, Sweeps. Hey, how are you? Right? You know what I mean?
To be honest with you,
I call that Switzerland. I see that little.
That's popular.
Here. Yeah, it looks like Switzerland. I've seen that laying around the dugouts. You know, I've thrown that
essentially is popular because I see cases of it go through UPS all the time.
Yeah, I've thrown out plenty of those bottles in a dugout. I say, what is this crap? Boom, let me throw it away.
Oh, wait. So, Luke, you're telling me, ooh, right, my loins, huh? Right down in the loins.
Ooh.
Like to hear it.
Hey-o.
Like to hear it.
Turn her over. Turn her over.
Looking for the second one to be able to throw both hands. You know what I mean?
Turn over the back.
Looking for cat nails too to be able to throw with both hands.
Tommy's gonna be knocking on the back door. Drink that water.
Good call.
Good. It's definitely not dry back here.
Listen, you guys want to pop some little Wakias out? All right, get into the volcano. Get into the volcano. Fertile as can be.
Wow.
It's like a hot springs.
Yeah, well, it's not about sports around here. We're here to help people. You know what I mean? Like
people help people.
IBF, it's like 10K a pop. Drink some water.
Drink some water for 3
hours a pop. Drink some water for 3 hours a pop.
I don't even know how much it costs. I want you to give you guys an update. You know what I mean? Tomorrow when I go to Wawa, I'll do a stop in and I'll let you know how much it costs right out the volcano.
That's a $5 bottle of water, I bet.
Good. That means it's really working. You know what I mean? It means it's really working. I'm getting bent over every which way, Will, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you know, might as well.
Because my dad's the guy that will drive 20 minutes for the 2 cent cheaper to gas. Where I'll say, I haven't looked at a gas price since I started driving. Fill me up.
You get super or you get regular?
Fill me up.
Premium?
No, no. We're not treating the car to the volcano water. We're not treating the car to the volcano water, Will.
I'm happy that you said that because my father for years was always, oh, you got to get the premium. I'm like, what? Why am I paying an extra $1 for premium? I don't care. Give me the regular. What do I care?
I don't like the car that much.
It's not good for the car.
15 cents
the way I drive isn't great for the car. I don't care about the gas I put in it.
Big T doesn't know who I am, but I'm big. I'm with Big T on this. I mean, like, listen, I'll drive around. Like, I'll run out of gas because I'm like, oh yeah, that's a nickel. That's a nickel, right? Yep. That's a nickel. That's $3.45. I need better. I need better than $3.45. Meanwhile, I gotta walk because I ran out of gas. That's me. I'm a jerk off.
He's even the guy. He's a big. $5
on a slice of pizza. I'll spend $5 on a slice of pizza because I'm a fat mess. But my gas is where I draw the line. Nickel gas. I draw the line. That's it.
You know what else he used to do? I mean, at one point I think I had 75 boxes, which is a great cereal, Reese's peanut butter puffs. Ooh. Right, great cereal, but it was on sale one time, and the guy brings home like 70 boxes. Like, bro, what do you like? How much do you think we're eating of this? So, like, you know, I'm almost the anti Big T, where it's just like, load the cart up, it's all expensive. You know what I mean? Like, it's all, what are we gonna do? We're gonna say $12, then we can't eat ever. You know what I mean? Then we should never eat ever. If $12 is making or breaking us tonight. All right? Then we got a Brian Wheeler start growing our own food. right in the backyard. All right? Immediately.
Shout out to G.O.D. The G.O.D.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying he can't afford his own food. I'm just saying we got to get our hands dirty in the garden.
Shout out to the oh yeah. Sometimes you got to grow your own beets.
You know, I mean,
that's outstanding. Right
I mean, Jesus with the carpenter, Tom. So
yeah,
who better footsteps to follow than JC? You know,
yeah, absolutely.
Not better gardening with little sandals on, huh? Little open toe sandal.
Made those himself, I see, out of wood.
Yeah,
he whittled that out of beechwood.
Guy can build you a cabin in 5 minutes. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see him walk across that water? That was amazing. Guy walked right across his own pool. I mean, how did that happen?
Since Greg's in pixel, he'll be great. He'll be happy to know we'll be canceled by next week. It's
we disguise ourselves as a sports show.
Yeah,
we did it for about 40, and then I don't know what happened there the last 20. Well, listen, we ran out of round one Sixers talk that we can circle jerk each other over. I mean, really. I mean, what's left to say? We know what's left to say. Go take care of business. We'll see you in the second round now, and it's time to go shock the world. And I say shock the world because the world don't believe. So it is shock the world time. And we all know what happens when nobody in this city thinks they can beat somebody. Hey, we know how this city works.
Oh,
when this city's all walking out here, we get right off that, right? But when we're walking with our head down, nobody bothers us and we take care of business. That's always worked. That's always worked. Like Luke, I gotta believe JC was a big part of the volcano water.
We'll see how
yeah.
I gotta get another Miller Lite, but I'll be right back.
Yeah. Go grab.
Jesus,
I like him very much.
I'm gonna attempt
But
to
he
walk
no
on
help with
water.
curveball.
I'm gonna attempt to walk on water to get my Miller Lite. Be right
Just
back.
float on upstairs. Just float on upstairs. Who walks anymore,
I
right?
just turn that water into wine for you, Sweeps.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Where's Wheels when you need them?
This is amazing. I mean, this is really amazing.
Hope
we didn't listen to this show.
we just got. I mean, what? I'll stop myself. there's one cherry on top we could add, but I won't add it.
Just gonna leave that cherry off.
Yeah. We'll leave it sealed up.
We're just gonna finish this one with
sealed.
whipped cream. We're just gonna whip cream it and call it a day.
Yeah.
No need to go any further.
Yep. Don't put no lip service to it.
Don, I'm not gonna read that one, Don. I'm sorry. Not gonna read the last comment from you about JC and the volcanic water. I'm just gonna leave that one there. Not trying to lose every sponsorship opportunity in one night.
I was just gonna say we always try to reel back in and clarify things.
We'll reel back in. Yeah,
Listen, we talk to JC all the time. Like he's big fan of the show.
Big fan.
Big fan of the show, and he loves comedy. So we're good. So it's all
what a great job out of you. There's no better PR guy in the country, right? You know, look at him circle back, full circle, full circle. Look at him.
I went to church this morning. Okay, big JC guy.
Yeah, good for you. Proud of you. You know what I mean? I don't think I got to go pay $20 to go show my love and appreciation. You know what I mean?
I don't tip.
So I'm just making it clear.
I tip at the bar.
I mean, that basket goes around 75 times. 75 times. Like, how much money do you think these people got here?
I'll give him this time. I'm good.
As the preacher's living in the biggest house on the block. You know what I mean?
Wilson goes, that's right.
I'm good. Keep that basket moving. I'm good. I tip at the bar, not at the church. Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
God didn't ask me for that $5, did he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that God didn't say we had to give him, there was no floor plan for when you got to put your prayers in and you got to make sure you tip each time. I never saw that in the Old Testament.
You put the quarter in the machine? Put the quarter in the machine to play the game? It's the only way you can play the game? It's not how it works. It's not how it works. I can take a knee right now and have a conversation. Right? I got to tip $5 every time?
Absolutely.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I know.
I got to light a candle every time.
I know we're all getting bent over here with inflation, but I didn't think the inflation on God went up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think I got it. Oh, and if you don't tip, you get a lot of looks from the audience, right? If you pass it down, no tip, it's like you get one of these.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are upset. Yeah.
You don't want to pay for the preacher's dinner tonight, I take it. You know what I mean? All right, we're not going to pay for the preacher's lap dance tonight, huh? I see you.
I was going to say, we could get on.
They're the ones with the most skeletons in the closet.
Yeah, usually.
The look you lose. Hey, keep it straight ahead. All right? Yeah, worry about your kneeler. Look straight ahead.
This might have been maybe the best 30 minutes of our careers.
Yeah.
And we've had some great ones.
They already make you do they make you do calisthenics the half time you're there. You're standing, you're sitting, you're nailing, you're sitting, standing, nailing. Jesus.
Lord.
Great talk.
Almighty.
We're gonna segue into some Phillies talk, which is very exciting, let me tell you.
Wait, we could use JC a little bit in those Phillies talk.
Could use him on the mound. For sure.
Or Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
Well, we know he can hit a curveball, but can he throw one? Because that's what we're looking at, right?
Can he throw one for a strike?
Our Phillies conversation is brought to you by FanUp. FanUp is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports. Daily MLB, daily NBA contests. When NFL season around, obviously they got you taken care of with NFL fantasy. You can win great prizes. Sign up today. Use promo code A2D, and you get $50 right at sign up. FanUp, you can download them right on the Apple Store. They're the best. Go check them out. And our second poll question, which some of these guys are the best. You know what I mean? Some of these guys on the back end really just want to trigger my life. You know what I mean? I love the people who want to trigger my life.
What do we got? What's happening here?
Well, they never, our esteemed producers decided to never put it in the back end. So now I have to let me go look up with the second one exactly how it was worded. Because why would we put it in the back end? It's only one job to do. Despite massive struggles, I'm just taking shots at everybody. I mean, now Chambers loaded.
Yep.
Despite massive struggles early in the season. I mean, fucking goddamn it. It's not hard. Now I gotta get a little jazzy. That's why I pick and choose my spots, see? Despite massive struggles early in the season, you still have confidence in the Phillies pitchers to bounce back into form. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts. Make sure you're following, hit the like, subscribe, stay with us.
A little public service announcement. Like, hey, sounds like there could be a sheriff coming to town. So if you just do your job, that's Sweeps' public service announcement. Do your job, either in here or elsewhere.
Factual.
Because it could be taken away
very quickly. Despite massive struggles early in the season, you still have confidence in the Phillies pitchers to bounce back into form. I mean, this might have been the worst poll question ever written, too. Yeah. See, you did that one in your sleep. You know what I mean?
I wasn't dozing off.
Yeah, I know your truth. I know you. I mean, we're not taking shots. I know
dinner, my post-dinner nap.
I know. I'm just having trouble reading it. I sound like an idiot because we don't have in, there, whatever in the middle of it. And it just sounds I'm coming up like a moron. All right, well, you sit back and take a nap. You just took a nap, and I had to be held accountable. You know what I mean? For your nap.
I'd like to swing back to a post dinner nap. Is that an everyday thing?
I was going to say.
Really?
I was going to say a tremendous accountability by a grown man there that admitted to taking a post-dinner nap. That's incredible. So God bless.
Is it like you ate so much you're in a food coma, or is it an actual nap?
No, just an actual nap. Just like you sit down after dinner to watch some TV and you doze off a little bit.
Would you have some tryptophan?
Yeah, I was going to say turkey. Turkey.
Little dry turkey.
Well,
no gravy. Hold the gravy.
Schedule is it regular? You know, you take a nap every once in a while.
Turkey, no gravy.
No, I know from spending time living with you, right? I know you're well documented. Just pass that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, well, Greg's out for 20. Catch him at 20. I mean, that's why I knew
conversation. Sometimes big conversation.
Why did I think I hit you with? I knew what happened here. I knew exactly what happened. I would be a great PI too one day. You know, when I get tired of coaching, flipping baseballs, and my arm falling off, I think I'm going to go into some PI work. That was all over you sleeping. Now to the poll, I do have confidence. I do agree that they're going to get back in the form a little bit and the reason I agree with this last year hate to bring up last year's start because that was terrible, but Nola, Wheels to a point. This entire staff started off really slow last year too. We were having some of the same conversations about our staff early. No bueno, right? Hasn't been the start we wanted. Nola better today. I mean, it's hard not to be good when you get 9 in the first or better, but sometimes that's even worse sometimes because you went off the gas, right? You went off the gas. So if the 1 run shouldn't even been an earned run, should have been 6 innings, 1 run.
Yeah, I don't know how that's
the one. I mean, this is Major League Baseball. I don't know how that's. Yeah, I love Alk. That's an error, dude. That's glove side. You don't even got to move your feet.
He didn't move his feet. You got. I mean, it's an error. It's got to be an error.
But I do have confidence in Nola figuring it out and getting better. I do have confidence in Wheeler, and obviously when Ranger comes back, I'll feel better. My only concern now.
I think he threw 40 pitches yesterday, by the way.
That's good news.
2 days ago. So that's good news.
Yeah. My only concern, boys, is the walks from their bullpen.
Yeah. Yes.
That's my biggest concern with this pitching staff and what they have to eliminate. We watched Sir Anthony the other night, and he hasn't performed well, and he's my guy, right? Hasn't performed well, but if he's just missing. He's right around, even though he's not in the zone right now. Mm-hmm. So, and I brought up to you guys, I want your thoughts on it and then answer the poll. Is that a guy that maybe needs 2 weeks? I don't know what 2 weeks is going to do for you, but is that a guy that just needs maybe a little bit longer of a breather right now?
Can we afford it though?
Probably not.
You know what I mean? That would be
Can we afford the walks? You know what I mean? I don't.
Touche. Touche.
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, of course he could use it, but he's just got to establish his fastball ball. You know what I mean? You have to, you got to be dialed in with your fastball. Right. And then, if you're missing with your secondary stuff, okay, then you can live with it. I mean, if you're nibbling and guys are, if you're nibbling early and guys are spitting on it, then you're constantly behind. You know what I mean? So you gotta absolutely establish your fastball, and then your fucking secondary. Your secondary stuff is electric. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that's where he's at right now. You know what I mean? With like you said, with the walks and stuff, he's just not commanding his fastball, and then nothing else works. From little league pros, if you don't command your fastball, ain't nothing gonna work. That's the way I look at it.
No, I'm right with you on that, Sweeps. And I'm with Tommy too. I expect them to turn around. Obviously, the bullpen, which I thought coming in is going to be a strength of ours, has been a weakness so far. But I do think they're veterans. I think the pitch clock has gotten to some of our guys more than maybe others, especially because Wheels and Nola are kind of slow movers out there. They're not really fast guys. So I think that they're going to settle in once they get more used to the pitch clock, I think, which they probably have now, after a month, basically almost a month of playing. So I think I do think that the bullpen's going to get better. And obviously, Soto and Sir Anthony haven't been good, and they've been walking way too many people. And I think they're going to round into a form. But like you said, I don't know how long. Hopefully that's going to happen pretty soon here, because it hasn't been good. It's been bad. And it was a disappointing week, as Bill says right there. I mean, we were hoping for 4-3, 5-2. We went 3-4.
Yeah, not the week we wanted.
No,
for sure.
And not against world beaters too, right? You know what I mean? It wasn't like we had
the best guy we faced all week. We beat up. The other guys beat us.
You hammered Alcantara.
Yeah.
I mean, that should set your week up for absolutely 12 to midnight, or 6 to midnight, as Tom says.
I do like the Ashcraft kid for Cincy, but again, I feel like we looked really bad Saturday. Obviously, 13-0 loss. Nothing looks good, but even in the beginning of that game, we just didn't look like we wanted to be there.
Yeah, I don't want to start saying that stuff yet.
Fundamentally, they're not their shot right now.
Yeah, they're in a weird spot.
We've run the bases like shit all year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We haven't fielded the ball great. Yeah, it hasn't been great.
No, it hasn't. And guess what? You can't do this year. Right? They did last year. You can't fire a manager. Yeah, you can't get that spark. So, as much as you did a tremendous job, Rob, and nobody's going to take it away from you, you got to get your guys ready to play now. Mm-hmm. All right, I know they're big leaguers. I get it. But a big part of their success last year was how calm and collective you were, right? And all the things that you did. Well, you can't have the success, right? And take credit for the success, but not be a part for the failure. Not saying he's doing that, but we got to turn it around. And listen, it's not panic mode yet. We're not, and that
Yeah,
even,
no,
we're not even near that convo yet. But the little things we're talking about, fundamentals, bad base running, right? And I believe they have these talks. Like I believe, I believe this coaching staff holds guys accountable, and I believe we have a team full of guys that will sit down and listen too. I don't believe we have a team full of prima donnas here that don't listen to their coaching staff, etc. So that's what it seems like, right? But guess what, dude? This shit happens sometimes. Get it out of the way now. If I'm going to play my worst baseball and I'm going to run the bases terribly and I need closed door meetings, right, to clean stuff up, then get it out of the way right now. Get it all out of your system because we know the ebb and flow of how baseball works. Guys are going to get their numbers, right? I mean, Nick Castellanos
third. We're third in batting average as a team,
which is very good. Yeah,
22nd in runs scored. Which I mean, we're not hitting with runners in scoring position.
Well, that's no Hoskins, no Harper.
Yeah, I mean, but that's going to turn at some point.
You can't be
third in batting average and then not score any runs. Like that's going to turn.
Yeah, that's just not getting a big hit, right? And not even the home run. That's just not stringing together.
I mean, we have like 4 guys hitting over 350, and our young guys have looked great so far. So I'm really not worried. The veterans are always going to get their numbers. The young guys have looked very good. Stotts looked good. Booms looked good. Marsh has looked good. So I'm not worried. I'm really not worried. Obviously, it's not an ideal start, and we were hoping for a better week this past week, but I'm still not worried.
Yeah, this is where you see the loss of Harper and Hoskins, right?
Yeah.
Runners in scoring position. I mean, that's 60 home runs is on a low number, right? 60 homers, 200 RBIs. It's not replaceable. People thought it was. People tried to tell me Derek Hall was going to replace the numbers. Maybe he could have got close to it, but he's not replacing the clubhouse stuff. He's not replacing the leadership stuff, and he sure as hell isn't replacing fear in the middle of a lineup. Like, I mean, as much as we give Rhys shit sometimes, that dude's fearful in the middle of your lineup.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, that dude's you got to go get a guy up to see that guy then, right?
Especially because as much as it annoys us when he does it, he sees a lot of pitches.
Yeah,
right. True, and that works. That works as staff, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes we would like him to be a little bit more aggressive, especially in high leverage situations. But that's obviously we've seen him enough. That's not the guy he is, right? He's that patient hitter, and he's going to wait for his pitch, and he's going to work the counts, which is what makes him a high level hitter in this league.
Rhys has had Yankee qualities for as long as he's been. I mean that in the way, you know what I mean? Like there's the way the Yankee teams have been constructed, you know what I mean? Where they want you to see 1,000 pitches and then lose.
Get on base.
Get on base. Get on, high on base percentage and lose a baseball. Yeah, absolutely. So,
and they want to get to your pen early, right?
That's how he is constructed as an individual. So it's absolutely huge loss. You know what I mean? You're missing those 2 guys. So when you're missing 2 monster bats, you got to do everything right from fundamentally. But it's April 16th. There's no reason to panic.
It's early,
it looks like Harp is on pace to come back earlier than anybody expected. So, you get a guy that's top 5 in MVP. Let's forget about last year because he was out of his mind. You know what I mean? But just a regular Harp, not superhuman Harp. Regular Harp is top 5 in the MVP every year. You know what I mean? So when he's superhuman, then that's how you get to the World Series. So everybody else has to continue to up their game and go from there. But yeah. There's no panic. There's no worry. There's none of that. You know what I mean? We always talk about, you can't, if it was really, really desperate times, it was like, because we've talked about before, and it's an old saying, you can't win the pennant in April, but you can lose it. And they haven't done anything to do that. You know what I mean? So they're okay.
Yeah, and it's not like anyone in our division really has started great. The Braves have a decently good record, but it's not amazing. Were they 9-6?
Yeah,
so I mean, it's not
6 games back.
There's no one that's like crazy ahead of us.
Yeah, nobody's run away with it.
No one's like 12-3. There's no Tampa Bay in our division.
Right. Well, they're 12-4.
Who the Braves are?
The Braves.
Oh, my mic's muted. I said 12-4 like 5 times. Yeah.
Good work.
12-4.
Didn't realize that they were 12-4.
Yeah, you're already 6 back.
Yeah,
You're 6 back of them already. Now,
yeah, and guess what?
whatever.
The Braves are pretty decent. They're probably gonna be pretty good.
We know that, but I mean, all you got to do is listen.
All you gotta do is get there. Yeah,
This is a goal. Whatever.
You have the White Sox and Rockies coming up, right? You got the White Sox on the road, Rockies at home.
The wild card, the division means nothing except for the fact that you would like it. It feels fun. It's a nice chest puffer. It could get you a matchup that you want. All you got to do is get in the dance. All right, the Phillies show
true, 100%.
3 wild cards. You know, it's come on. You know,
I would say
you need to be.
Greg, so we start White Sox like tomorrow, right? Or
Tomorrow.
next day? Tomorrow. And their ace pitch today, Cease, which is good. So we don't see Cease. I mean, I feel like you got it. The White Sox, to me, they're kind of a weird team. I'm not sure if they're really
They're
any
6
good.
and 10. They're the same record as we are, whatever that means, right?
I mean, they got some guys. You're like, oh, that guy looks like he's going to be a stud. That guy really can hit.
He's back now.
Yeah, Louis Roberts.
We faced Lynn, Giolito, and the wife beater Clevenger.
I was going to say, I think Giolito was going.
Yeah, Lance.
And then we come home for 4 against Colorado.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, you would hope you have to go a winning record here in this 7. We need to go at least 4-3 with this 7.
We should have done it last time too, right?
Well, I mean, I love the 4-3. I mean,
I want to go 5-2, but I'm saying you got to have a winning record.
No, you got to have a winning record, but it's time for the 5-2.
Oh, I feel like a 6-1 burger.
Oh, that'd be great. I mean, 6-1 get you right back
to 500.
Well, and then it puts you
12-11.
And it puts you right back into the division race too, Greg. If you're looking at it this early in the season, which you're not, we're just stating the obvious.
Yeah, but you can't fall too far behind.
No, you don't want to go be 12 games back.
Yeah, you don't want to be 10
after the first month.
Because it's not like there's 2 bad baseball teams ahead of you. You know, when you talk about the Mets and the Braves, like they're not shit teams.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Mets have injuries too. I mean, they're without the best closer in baseball. So arguably,
yeah.
Right? So
and their 2 best pitchers. I mean,
and they've overcome it.
Scherzer's like just missed 1 start,
and they flat out have overcome it. You know, early on.
The biggest concern with the pitching, and as you guys have mentioned to me, is I have the 2 ones, and I think they're pretty self-evident. The walks and the lack of depth from our starters, right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Noah had an 8-run cushion today. And he went 6, but he threw 100 in those 6, right? You would like that to, ease out another inning, maybe even 2 innings, and still be manageable with your pitches. For having an 8-0 lead and only to go 6 innings doesn't seem like a really, really good start. Now, granted, we'll take it, especially because Noel's been struggling recently. But you guys have hit the nail on the head with the walks out of the bullpen. I mean, those are. We hate walks in general, this group, and I know everybody does. But you can't have your pen walking guys.
No, the worst.
And I know Soto is usually effectively wild. He's just been flat out wild. There's no effectiveness out of him right now.
He's looked great twice and bad 3 times.
Yeah,
great twice, bad 3 times. Like not like he's looked kind of bad. He's looked flat out bad 3 times and great twice. That's got to be switched. I would hope that he's going to find more consistency, and Kimbrel has looked better the last 2 times out, so that's good.
Yes.
Sir Anthony, we got to get Sir Anthony right. Sir Anthony has to get right.
And Tommy's 100% right. I mean,
Taiwan looked pretty good yesterday. I'll give him that. Taiwan
ultimately, you would like to shut him down for 10 days
or Friday,
2 weeks, but it's almost can you afford it, right? You know what I mean? We're talking about trying to go on a 6-1, 5-2 week here. Yeah,
I mean, I don't think I don't want to shut him. I don't want to shut him down. I want him to get his. I want him to get his thing together here.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you said, Sweeps made a great point. If he's not throwing his fastball for strikes, I mean, what is he doing then? I mean, that's for any, especially fastball dominant pitcher out of the pen.
Well,
you're not throwing
that's
your fastball
the
for
relievers
strikes.
in general, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're screwed.
Especially because relievers traditionally come out with 2 pitches, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you look at your Brad Lidges or your Ken Giles, who had a quick, cup of tea. But with those guys being so slider heavy, if they didn't pinpoint their fastball, we could wait for the slider. You know what I mean? You knew the slider was coming, but you can't. They could never. At times when they struggled, it was their fastball command.
A well commanded fastball is still the best pitch in baseball.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It allows you to, it allows you to
set everything else up. Yep.
It allows you to set up the reach.
Yep.
Right? And that's how you chase. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
If I ain't worried about if your fastball's all over the place, why the hell would I chase your slider in the dirt?
If you put fastballs on the black all day and then you throw your slider where it starts like it's a fastball, everybody's swinging all day at it. If you can't put your fastball in, guess what? Nobody's swinging at it.
Nope.
Then they're just waiting for that fastball that you can't. Oh, well, let's get that get me over fastball since he's struggling, and we're going to tee off on that one.
Nuggets running away and hiding.
Yeah, hopefully not hiding, but running away.
hey, peekaboo here. Hey, let's play peekaboo.
Yeah, stay within touching distance.
23 hits. I mean, offensively, Jekyll and Hyde, though. I mean, obviously, we love to see Louis Cessa every time, but still, tip your cap to him. 23 hits. Good.
Yeah, crazy.
That's a month's worse for some teams.
23 hits is wild. Yeah. I mean, they've swung the bats pretty well. It's really been the walks and timely hitting.
It's the timely. It's stringing hits.
And we haven't lost many balls, which is weird because you would think that we would hit more homers. Obviously, we're missing two guys that hit a lot of homers, but we haven't hit a lot of homers.
Casty leads in doubles. Marsh leads triples, right? Something like that.
Yeah, Castellanos definitely leads in doubles. He has 10, I think.
Yeah, I think Marsh is like 3 or 4 triples.
But if you look at our homers, I think Schwarber has 4 or 5. Castellanos doesn't have any. Stott hit his first today. Turner doesn't have any.
Schwarber has got 4. Bombs 3. Sosa 2. Marsh 2. JT 2. Cave 1. Stott 1. That's it.
So not many.
13 total.
Understand it's one game, but how irate are you guys? With yesterday, it's April 15th. And you got to go to Josh Harrison.
Yeah,
listen.
When it happened yesterday, I was like, I thought we weren't even allowed to do this. I thought it had to be 10-0. Wasn't there a new rule?
It's April 15th and it's 8-0. Don't like it. I think it's horseshit. Come on.
And they've done it twice.
100%.
This is the second time he's been on the mound.
Yes, we are one of 3 teams that's had 2 position players pitch already. That's never a good sign. And also, I thought they made a rule that you had to be up 10 runs to do it. We weren't even up 10 runs, or we weren't even down 10 runs. You had to be down.
They should just end the game at that point. Just end the game.
It's 8-0. Yeah.
You want to talk about speed up rules?
End the game, but I do not like the position player.
The Phillies essentially give up the game at that point themselves. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, they are basically. They're throwing in the tail. Yes. I don't like. I've never been they strike a guy out. It's funny, great. I've never been a fan of the position player pitching. It's bullshit, especially when it's the second week of the year.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. 17-0, 20-0 in August. Yeah, have at it. It's April 15th, dude. Knock it off. What are you doing, dude? No. It's 8-0. Get a reliever.
The Reds did it today.
Get a reliever. And if you don't have a reliever, call somebody up tomorrow then. I don't want to hear it, dude. It's ridiculous. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody on the – sorry, Greg.
No, I was going to agree with you.
Was Ruben on today? Ruben was on today talking about how back 25 years ago, they only carried 9 pitchers. 9 pitchers. 5 starters, 4 pen guys. That's it. Yeah. He's like, how did we used to do it? He's like, guys threw a lot of innings. That's how they did it. He's like, look at it now. They got a ton of relievers. They still go to more position players pitching. It's crazy.
Dude. Guys had nut sacks.
They baby the shit out of these guys now.
Guys had nut sacks. No, I agree. I mean, there's no reason to do it. It's never good. It's always funny when you watch the highlights and you're like, oh, but it's terrible for the product. You know what I mean? It's absolutely terrible.
I mean, you got Josh Harrison throwing 52-mile-an-hour knuckleballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, Soto threw 11 pitches. He couldn't use the work. Let him. Like, you go throw a second inning, Greg. I don't care if it's 8-0. All right, Mr.
Gregory.
No, absolutely.
Gregory, you go through another inning. You threw 11 pitches, and you need work. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
You better hone in your strike zone. Like, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. I just did. Yeah, I thought it was terrible. So I wanted to. I didn't mention it to you guys last night, but I thought it was good. Good to bring up right now. I figured obviously you guys would be just as irate, but I just I just didn't understand the thinking. You know what I mean? Like I said, July, dog days of August. Absolutely, we're all like, yeah, we get it.
Yep.
Not April 15th, dude. Come on.
Yeah,
No.
and like I got Strom was
point, right?
struggling with his control yesterday, which you would expect. I mean, he threw 2 really good starts, which I'll take a stinker every 3 starts out of Strom if he's got a pitch. But I mean, there has to be a guy in the pen that you can go to there. There has to be. There just has to be. It's unreal. We're 2 weeks in.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got a 27 ERA. And then in 2/3.
Like you said, somebody has to wear it. Like, local boy, our guy, wore it on Monday. You watch the Marlins do it on Monday. A local boy, our guy, Smells. Love him. Wore it on Monday, right? The Phillies absolutely destroyed the reigning Cy Young winner, right? And then Smells came in, and it was hot, bad.
Stop.
Yeah, he wasn't stopping the bleeding. Yeah. And I love him. He's my guy. Yeah. But he wore it, right? Give him credit. Big, huge stuff. He wore it, right? So McKinley Moore should have wore it yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
30 pitches. McKinley Moore.
And they sent him down today.
If you knew they were sending him down, then he should have absolutely won.
They sent him down today.
Exactly. Absolutely. And 30 pitches. McKinley, you wear it. You're too good to wear it. Not saying it wasn't his decision. I'm just saying you wear it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I can't believe that they sent him down today and they didn't keep him in. That's crazy talk.
I said it about Smells in the game. I said, unfortunately, he's going to wear it today and then be sent down tomorrow because he's not available for 5 days. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that ended up happening, but you throw that many pitchers out of the pen, he's gonna be down for a couple of days. And if you're gonna know you knew you were sending McKinley Moore down, like you know what's going on. So why didn't he wear it? Why didn't he just suck it up, throw 50 pitches, go down to wherever he's headed and ice down there? Yeah, it doesn't warm your fuzzies.
They're babying, Greg. It's babying. It's typical for this generation as well. All it is.
Well, yeah, but it's not necessarily the generation though. It's the coach getting out of it. You know what I mean? Like that was I hear you. You're 100% right, but that's on Thompson to say you're going enough.
Yeah, but
I agree, but I'm saying that's
Wilson's right. It's twofold.
Sure.
And Greg's point is valid as well. It's twofold. It is the generation, but it's the guys leading the generation as well. You know what I mean? So because they're babying them. You know what I mean? So instead of saying, "Hey, take the ball," all right, take the ball, all right. So the guys that are leading this generation are no better either.
Absolutely. Yeah, you had a bunch of guys that you're right. Yesterday, you had a bunch of guys that threw one inning that could have gone and at least started it to where when you piece it together, you don't see Harrison, right?
Yeah.
You said McKinley Moore, Andrew Vasquez only threw 22 pitches, 2 Ks, 1 walk. Why didn't he go again? Soto's the other question mark. 11 pitches. He's got to go again, or at least he's got to start.
Yeah, come on, dude.
He's at least got to start that inning. You know what I mean?
That's how you work out control problems. You know what I mean? Like
throwing against batters.
Bullpens are great, but you work through control by facing live hitters. Come on, dude.
Wild thing Vaughn can only hit the wooden head so many times.
We don't act like we invented baseball, but we've been around it. We know it.
Yeah.
We coach it. We love it. Come on. Live hitter. As a hitter, disgusting. You only get better. You get better by facing live pitching.
Correct.
All right. Your pitcher, you get better by facing live hitters. All right. Bullpens are great. They're cute. 20-pitch pen. That's cute. His pen was electric. I mean, miss me with that shit, dude. Like I'm glad his pen was electric. Nobody's in there.
Yeah. His pen better be electric. He's throwing to nobody.
His pen was electric. And he comes out and he walks the first two. And I'm pulling whatever hair I have left out.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely.
I just can't deal with the walks out of the pen. That's the thing that kills me the most. I know I talk about it all the time until I'm blue in the face, but I can't have it. I can't have it. Throw strikes. Make them put the ball in play. I can't have you walking people. I can't deal with it. I literally can't deal with it. You could be the best pitcher in the world. Like, what's it called? It's amazing. He's incredible. Well, I can't think of his name. Alvarado. Alvarado's incredible. You just watch him get out there. I have so much confidence in him. This point last year, he walked two guys every time he came in. I couldn't stand his face. I didn't want to see him.
He went down last year.
Yeah, they sent him down. Yeah, because he couldn't stop walking people. So he's gotten it together, which is thank God. But
and we all know how hard hitting is, all right, at every level, and at the pro level, it's
astronomically hard. Yeah,
it's 100 times what it is in little league and high school and college. And so it's astronomically harder than it ever is, you know.
So you can't give free passes. Yeah,
you gotta throw strikes.
Yes. Because guess what? It becomes if you're gonna be behind in the count every time as a pitcher coming in, then you're putting yourself at a humongous disadvantage, and you're making what we were just saying. Hitting in baseball, especially in professional baseball, is extremely hard. But when you got a 2-0 count or a 3-1 count, it's not as hard.
Yeah,
not as hard. It's a lot easier, and we get them constantly out of our pen right now, and that's an issue. We got to start getting ahead, throwing strikes, getting ahead.
I don't know where you guys were at on that, but I'll say something I say all the time, like at whatever age, right? It's good. Guys don't bat 1,000, guys.
No.
So if I live in the zone,
especially nowadays.
Yeah, if I live in the zone, now guys at younger ages are going to bat, 700 when you're talking about 10, right? Or like 600 when you're talking about younger.
Weekend. Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, they're still failing. So if you pitch to contact and you live in the zone, there's going to be times you don't miss a barrel, right? And it's like, oh, that was a rough outing. But the majority of the time, you're going to have more success than if you're walking guys. I mean, that's just common sense. Like, if you're walking 100%. Guys, you were set up for failure at whatever level you were pitching at. If you're not throwing strikes, best of luck to you in your career, because I can't help you then, right? We can't help you as a coach if you're not throwing strikes, and you can't help yourself. And at the next level, I mean, enjoy the minors, right? And
you're just not going to play.
And credit to a guy like Alvarado, because it says a lot about his mental makeup that he's able to go down there like he did last year, come back and get right in the zone, and then carry it over this year. Where when dude, I mean, it just shows you.
We literally just said that, Tommy. So you're 100% on.
Yeah, there's a guy like
you're spot on.
Like you're always going to run into Jordan, right? Who just catches up to you and hits the ball.
Yeah, I mean that happens, but he's been dominant. Like when he comes in, I feel good. He's the only guy I feel good about right now, like that. Where I'm like, oh, we good. Alvarado's coming in, we're good.
And like I said, in that
this
same
time
spot
last
too,
year,
right.
Before they sent him down, this time last year, I hated him. I was like, this guy's walking too many guys. I can't deal with Alvarado. And he got it together, which is a great thing. And you just got to hope that these other two guys can, because Soto for the Tigers 2 years ago was like that. He came in, lights out.
Yeah, and you wonder if, like, again, another guy with, like, from the left side, right? Ball got a lot of move to it. And you just hope that, hey, you can live in the zone with it, because if he does, I'm not saying he's unhittable, but that guy's now a big time weapon for you. But if you're walking guys, you're not a weapon to anybody but the other team. So I mean, it's easy. It's easy money there. And you've seen why we've struggled in the back end. Isn't because of our stuff, isn't because of the guys we have back there. It's simple. It's strictly because of walks.
Yeah, can't throw strikes. We're behind everybody.
And you wonder if it's like
it's tough to hit. It's tough to hit, but it's a lot easier when it's 2-0, 3-1.
Absolutely. At this level, it's everybody can hit a fastball, right? So, if you keep guys locked in on the fastball, best of luck to you in 3-1, right? Not saying you're never gonna get guys out, but you're listen, you're flirting with danger.
Yeah, you're in big trouble.
Yeah,
you're in big trouble.
You get away with that.
Small margin for error when you're 2-0, 3-1 a lot.
You can get away with that at the high school level sometimes. Like, oh, you're 3-1, you come back, you got a lot of life on your fastball, you blow up two by a guy All right, but the real good hitters, you're not going to get away with it with. That's the difference, right? And in the big leagues, 1 through 9 are guys who hit fastballs for the majority, right?
And they pretty much pitch backwards. You know what I mean? So when you have command out of the pen, or even as a starter, you can throw a 3-1 slider right there. Because it gets over slider. It doesn't have to be your wipeout slider. Just give me over.
Yeah, because they won't even swing at it because they're like,
exactly.
They're going to spit out of the hand.
They're gonna spit on that 3-1 slider, and then it becomes 3-2, and then it's like, hey, best pitch, let's go, mano y mano.
Absolutely, Sweeps, 100%. It's just we're not throwing enough strikes out of the pen right now. That's our biggest issue, and we're not hitting with runners in scoring position, but we are hitting. Like I said, third. First off, we were third in batting average going into today, and we had 23 hits. We might be first now. Who knows? But we were hitting like 287 as a team. If we're going to hit that as a team for the year, we're going to be fine offensively because the runs are going to come. We're not going to continuously not hit with runners in scoring position.
And the long ball will come more, too.
Yeah, 100%. We've only hit 13 homers.
I mean, Trey doesn't have one. Nick doesn't have one. JT has one, I think.
Hit
his second today.
He hit his second today, Lee. Yeah.
But, yeah, we only have 13 as a team.
Was he not an all-star? Was Soto not an all-star last year? Not that means anything.
No, he was not very good last year, I don't think.
Okay.
2021, he was really good.
Nice.
Really good.
Yeah, and that's a flyer.
That happens a lot with relievers. You know that.
Dombrowski say that's a flyer. That's why he got Kimbrel, too. So he got more of a guy who's been in his zone and has a history of being competitive as like that backup plan. But in no way, shape, or form were they thinking, okay, they're going, okay, I can take a flyer on Soto, lightning in the bottle. Hopefully he's got it, and right, and then it's a win-win, right? And I'm trading Maton and Vierling, guys who aren't going to play here anyway, right? Yeah. And you don't expect Sir Anthony to be wild. That's where you get hurt. Like Kimbrel's going to be fine. He's a pro.
He looked good today. Craig looked good today.
I have no issues with Craig at all. People get like, he's not the same guy. No shit, he's not the same guy. Yeah. He's still a good pitcher, though. Still a really good pitcher. And if you look at his numbers last year, I hate to keep saying it, the only team that really hit him was Arizona.
Yeah, so, he was very good last year.
You can't take stuff away, right? I'm not taking it away, but that's like, okay, that team roughed you up. They had your number last year. The rest of Major League Baseball, he pitched well against. He pitched well. I'm not telling you he's the same guy he was freaking 7 years ago. No. He ain't throwing 99 no more. Right? You know what I mean? So, of course he's not. But he still lives in his zone. He's a guy who learned how to pitch when his stuff went away a little bit. Right? Not to pitch like that he's an all-star. Very good reliever. Very good one. Alvarado's your lights-out guy and your money-time guy. And that's what Sir Anthony needs to be. And it's not even just those two guys. Right? Or Soto and Sir Anthony. And you look at the bullpen, there's a lot of guys not throwing enough strikes. They're just the two glaring guys.
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100% on all those points. I would just like to probably see Kimbrel probably not hang the towels anymore. You know what I mean? Like when you used to be the dude, like hang the towels. You know what I mean? When you were the dude, but like now you're just like, you're a different version of yourself. You know what I mean? Maybe hunker down a little bit, drop the towel.
Yeah, maybe just come get set. You know what I mean? Just get set.
Yeah, that doesn't really do as much for you when you're throwing 92.
Yeah.
So true, though. It's so true. Like, you're not fearing it. Nobody fears you now.
Yeah, it's not like when you used to come in and pumping 98, 99.
Yeah, with a 90-mile-an-hour slider, wipeout slider.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if these were updated today, but Phillies, according to ESPN, 277 batting average.
Well, it wasn't updated today because they were 280 as of yesterday.
Yeah, 280 something.
They were 280 yesterday. So.
Kind of as we were talking, though, too, before, we only had 13 home runs.
I think they went up today, too.
I would think so, too, right? Yeah. We only have 13 home runs. Teams like the Rays have 35. You know what I mean? Like
we're way down.
Dodgers 26, right? So, yeah, I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand with, some of our struggles, too.
Oh, yeah, and no Rhys and no Bryce. You're going to be a little low in the home run game. I mean, let's be real. I mean, there isn't a 40 home run guy in the lineup right now. So, there is.
Well, Schwarbs.
Sorry. Yes, I apologize. It's not June.
But no, but besides him,
if those guys were healthy, they would have at least 6 more. You know, I mean, it's early on. You know, they could have more. I'm just saying, like,
we still haven't had that many. Like, we would still be considered not that many yet. I agree, Sweeps.
Yep, absolutely.
But you probably got 2 more wins,
unless one of them was like Alonso to start and had 9 right now.
Yeah.
It all averages itself out, right? We talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
now
it
you
does.
got
100%.
now you got to hope the walks and Ks per 9 average themselves out too.
Yep.
Right, because like, we feel like the hitting is going to keep coming, and we'll be fine in that area. But now it's time, like, okay, is the bullpen going to get it together, and can these starters help the bullpen out a little bit?
Get deeper into games. We got to get deeper into games.
Yeah, we haven't had much. I mean, the whole goes 6 today. Better sign. Falter's going 5 like twice.
Strom went 5. Twice as well.
Walker went 5
Walker
the other
went
day,
6 yesterday,
or 6, right?
Yeah.
So you just need some length, man. You'd love to get a guy going into the 7th once in a while, right? So I'm not saying these guys need to rest all the time, right? But when you pitch a lot, when you throw a lot like you did last year for some of your high leverage guys, it'd be nice to not have to run them out like all the time, where you can give them, hey, you can throw every other day, but maybe I can give a guy 2 days, right? Maybe I can get a guy a little bit more of a breather. It's not going to hurt these guys.
You're right. I think then the problem is we talked about it when you were on you took a little pee break. I think the guys that are making these decisions are crippling this generation as well. I mean, if that makes any sense, because I don't think the game plan coming in is, hey, I hope Nola gives us 8. They're hoping Nola gives them 5, and then they're just going to piece it together. You know what I mean? Like, our mentality is like, hey, I hope Nola gives us 8 today. And
give it to the closer.
I only need to get 3 outs. Shit. You know what I mean? I don't think they think like us. And that's unfortunate in this modern baseball. And that's why I fucking hate it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we talk about all the rules changes and all that stuff, and there's obviously we all have opinions on that stuff, but to me, I'm more upset how things are run internally. You know what I mean? With that ball sack. The guys that are making decisions, the ball sacks from those guys. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
That's where I'm pissed at.
I'm with you, Sweeps, because I agree. They coddle. They do too much coddling. And I understand there's big money in these players. Okay, I get it. There's bigger money than there's ever been. I get it. But we're still coddling too much. There's more arm injuries now than there ever was, right? Guys threw more innings then than they do now. So,
well, you know why, right?
Well, more working out, more.
Yeah,
sure some of it.
You forget the working out for a second. Everybody's, and it goes part of working out, but everybody's trying to throw the hardest.
Yeah.
So when you're constantly trying to dial it up and throw it a million miles an hour. Not that when we pitched, we weren't trying to throw hard, right? But there was this emphasis on, well, you're not in the 90s yet, so
high
I don't know.
Velocity.
Yeah, you can't pitch at the next level. Well, okay. Well, I can go. I can throw a 2-0 hook for a strike all day, right? I can pitch behind, right? There's other ways that you can become a pitcher. And I got to preach to the younger guys all the time. Like, bro, you hit the backstop 42 times. Who cares how hard you throw? Yeah. Right? I'll take the guy who's throwing putts right now that's just filling the zone up, and I'll live with the results that way. But I won't live with the results with 5 straight freaking walks because you want to dial the gun. Knock it off. And there's going to be some jerk off sitting behind with a gun out, right? That's like, oh, that guy hit 91. Love him. Love him. I can fix him.
We always talk about revisionist, whatever the hell it is, history. You know what I mean? Whatever the hell the term is. But
I think you hit it. Revisionist. You got it.
Yeah, I think you're spot on.
Yeah.
If you want to be that guy,
one word. Ding, word of the day.
But if you want to be that guy, then look no further than Greg Maddux.
Absolutely.
Greatest of all time.
I didn't get the pick. Say it.
The guy could throw 93 if he wanted to. He had it in him. You understand? At 93, it was straight as a string, and he got he needed a bra. His titties were glowing. Right? Sorry, ad sponsors. His titties were glowing. Right? Then he decided, hey, I can pitch at 85 to 87 and be one of the greatest of all time. Yeah. So just look no further. Thanks, Greg. Here you go, buddy. Greg Miller, love you, buddy. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, welcome to the
100%,
show.
100%. And guess what? Ton of movement, and I'll put the ball wherever I want.
Where I want to.
Well, listen, the question was answered for us. I mean, we have a guy here in Philadelphia who, I get it, people say he's not an ace, whatever. Okay? But he's not a high velo guy, and he's been the most durable pitcher out of the whole staff for years. His durability hasn't been an issue because he's not. I'm sure he can throw 97. I'm sure he has it in him to hit 97 if he really wanted to consistently, right? Like, the guy's been throwing his whole life. You know what I mean? I'm sure it could be adjustment in his mechanics at some point to get a little bit more velo, right? I'm sure there could
get
be.
more legs into it or something.
Yeah, there's some jerk off. There's some jerk off who could figure it out.
Hurt. Yeah,
probably going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's something to be said about it. Like, I'm not telling you not to throw 99. Good for you. Effortlessly. Like, there's guys out there, and you see it, that are effortless when they just zip, right? And there's other guys that you can tell they are max effort to get to 99. And they don't locate, and they still get hit. So, at the end of the day, guys are getting hit throwing 100. Guys are getting hit throwing 98, right? Guys are getting hit throwing 93. But if you're throwing 92, 93, and you got late movement, you got run, you can spot up, right? You're going to have more success than the guy that can just dial it to 101. Whoop-de-doo, dude. These guys catch up to everything.
Yeah. Remember Hideki Arabu? You probably don't. He didn't last long. He threw hard.
Well, look at Hunter Green right now.
It left real hard.
Hunter Green's throwing 103, 104, and it's effortless, but he can't locate for shit. He walks four guys. He walks 3-4 guys in almost an inning, really.
Yeah, he's I mean,
why did he get circle jerk too, Greg?
Yeah,
he got circle jerk because he throws hard.
But he throws hard.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about him is
I drafted him. That's what's crazy about him.
A couple games though, he'll probably have like 3 or 4 14 strikeout games where he's on that day. You know, but the rest of the time he struggles to get through 5 because he walks 4 guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. That's
like at some point, you ever hear take some off?
Yeah, and sadly, in this day and age, it's all radar guns. You know what I mean? So you have to be a guy that's a chameleon. Like you have to, like if you're a guy that is fortunate enough to get your foot in the door, as a flamethrower, then you have to be a chameleon. Where as opposed, as a guy like Greg Maddux, and not comparing the two, but R.A. Dickey. R.A. Dickey was 93, had some arm injuries, decided, hey, knuckleball will keep me around. Knuckleball will keep me around a little bit. Give me a little tasty poo, allow me to collect a pension. You know what I mean? Yeah. So not comparing the two.
He won a Cy Young with that.
Got to be a chameleon, man. You have to be.
I mean, look at Justin Verlander. Sweeps another one. Justin Verlander used to pump 98. Remember, he had he lost the fastball, went down to like 93, 94, and then he was struggling a couple of years there. He ended Detroit, wasn't great, wasn't sure. Went to Houston, started throwing the high fastball more, getting on top of guys, and he became dominant again. He's dominant. He's right back to being the dominant pitcher again.
He made adjustments.
Yes, he got me. It's all about adjustments. It's a game of adjustments.
Yeah. As I tell you got it all figured out, and you don't have it figured out.
Yeah,
you don't have shit figured out if you think you got it all figured out.
You pitch your strengths, and obviously, and in your hitting approach, you pitch to your strengths, and you're hitting, and you try to attack as a hitter. You try to attack to your strengths as well. You know what I mean? Like, it's the nerds will tell you that you're 70 points higher. Your batting average is like 70 points higher if you talk to the nerds, right? So as a hitter, I'm trying to attack but am I attacking out of the zone? No, I'm trying to attack fastballs.
Yeah, I'm trying to attack get me over fastball.
I'm trying to attack fastballs in the zone that I can do damage with. I'm not trying to attack all speed shit that I roll over with. I'm not trying to reach for stuff. You know what I mean? So. Like we talk about all the time. We don't have all the answers, but the hitters, pitchers are going to try to attack our weaknesses, and we are going to try to do our best to stay in our approach, all right, and swing at strikes.
Yeah,
Ethan, sign me up for Trevor Bauer. I would sign him right now if we could.
Yeah, not against it at this point.
Except for he's in Japan.
Yeah, not hard to get back over. Sure, I'm sure I wouldn't be. I'm sure he wouldn't be on the first red eye out of Japan. With that opportunity,
I was gonna say if we called, I'm pretty sure he'd come.
Yeah.
Let's call.
He'd drop his mask. He'd drop his mask and get on a plane. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get in the crumb of the week. Or well, we got 7 coming up. Another 7er piece.
Yeah.
For the Phils.
4 at home against
3 in
Colorado,
Chicago.
3 at Chicago.
Yeah.
But other way around than I said it. Chicago first, then him.
All right. So what do you guys got? 4 and 3, Wells, you said?
5 and 2.
All right.
Yeah, let's
I would love a 6 and 1. But I'll say 5 and 2.
I think you said the same thing last week too.
Yeah, I know. I said
No,
I think I
think
said 4 and 3.
Yeah, he went the low end last week.
went
No,
4 and 3.
but he still said I would love a 5 and 2.
Yeah, I did,
or
I
6
did.
and 1. He said 6 and 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Didn't happen.
No. That's why,
No, didn't happen.
that's why I made sure I brought that up.
Started great on Monday. I'm like, what? Did we put up a 15 spot on Alcantara? Okay. Yeah, next day, Luzardo's Cy Luzardo. You knew that was coming.
Yeah, we did mention that.
Yeah, 5 and 2. They gotta go 5 and 2. I mean,
They have to.
Not asking for a lot here. We're not asking for a lot. These are 2 teams that are inferior to you, even without the things you're missing. So yeah, 5 and 2.
5 and 2 burger here. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Absolutely.
Now, if you had some juggernauts in there, you got 4 at home versus Colorado. I mean, I almost want to tell you I need all 4.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
I was about to say
the 4 should start there, right? So, but I don't expect that, But I can't even expect that right now,
You win both series. Yeah, I'm the 5 and 2 wins you both series. You know what I mean?
It.
So, 2 and 1, 3 and 1. Bang.
We only
bang,
won
5.
one series this year.
Yeah, you gotta start winning series. Boom.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
It was the Reds at home. That was the only series we won.
Oh.
It was our opening home series.
On a 3-run ninth, too.
Yeah, and we pushed. We technically pushed the series, right?
Yeah, we split. Yeah.
I got a crumb. Well, I don't know.
Let's hear it. I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Somebody else can go first.
Oh my God.
I gotta decide on 2 guys.
Guess he's thinking about it.
I'll go then. Mine is, of course, we're going to stay MLB baseball, Major League Baseball, and the New York Yankees. Of course, the New York Yankees get caught for cheating or supposed cheating. I know the Yankees fans in there will start coming back. Oh, it was just rosin. It was just rosin.
German, right?
Yeah, but when you have an umpire going and telling a pitcher, you have to go wash your hands before you come out here, you have stuff on your hands, and you don't make any penalty, and hey, it's fine. If you're going to let him stay in, you can't then go eject Rocco Baldelli for coming out and trying to get an answer on why the hell this guy's still in the game when you found something on his hands. You check after every inning, every other inning, and you obviously saw something, but because it's the big bad Yankees, you let it go. Now, they say it was just rosin, but you could watch the umpire, slow motion, go, you have to go wash your hands.
Yeah.
Before he came back out there.
They'll always protect the Yankees.
Whether it's rosin or not, you should have to rosin's out there for everybody, so you should have to wash the rosin off. You know what I mean? Like, so then what was it? Right?
Well, you're not supposed to have rosin on your hands if you're pitching, right? Yeah, that's like the sticky shit.
You could flip.
Oh, they're saying it was just the rosin.
That's what they were. That's what Yankee and
I
Yankee
thought they were
fans
saying
say.
it was sticky shit on his hand.
Well, because it turned sticky with all the sweat and everything. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a far-fetched. I was shocked that
they tossed Baldelli like
four
you're
innings.
the idiot.
By the way,
No.
it wasn't like he was struggling. 4 innings, 8 Ks, no hits at the time.
After he got his tits ripped last start. And the Yankees got torched by the Twins in 2 games. And I think one was like 11-1. So, yeah, it was just another bad look from MLB and the Yankees, of course.
Typical.
I always take shots at the Yankees.
Not hard to do.
No, they make it easy.
Yeah, mine's not gonna be anything crazy. I'll go. It's not a ton of people out there, but it's enough that are like bringing up like we talked about a little bit earlier, like the firing of Doc Rivers right now, or this, that, or a third. Like we're just not there, man. Like why do we even want to put that negativity out there?
Yeah.
Like I'm not telling you Doc's the man. I'm just telling you we shouldn't be talking about firing a guy in the first round of the playoffs right now.
After a dominating performance.
Yeah, like let's just finish the book and then we can make that call, right? And the call will be easy for us. I don't need reporters out there asking Doc, do you feel like if you're on the hot seat if you don't get out of the second round? Like, what do you think he thinks?
Yeah.
You idiots. Like, come on.
Pop that question.
It's a lame-ass question. It's lazy. It's a lazy media question. This is why I say all the time, it's lazy. Ask basketball questions, man. Like, what do you think the guy's going to say? And then when he fires back at you, people want to try to clown him. Like, what's he going to do? We're in a playoff run right now. And that's the pressing question that you need to ask him.
Yeah.
The answer's there for you. Of course he's probably get fired if they don't get through. Now he probably should.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, why are we doing that now? Like, what are we doing? Can we be better? This is what I say. Give me credentials and I'll change the game. I'll ask you real sports questions. I don't got all the answers. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but at least I'll ask something because I don't freaking rub Gold Bond between my legs all night. All right? I don't know if people do that. I don't know if you do that for a dry jock. I don't know. But like, I mean, I think Gold Bomb is like meant for, a little rub down, right?
That's what it's absolutely for. Absolutely.
So like we're gonna ask real questions. Like
I use some on hot days at work.
I don't blame you, but that doesn't mean it just means your jock is dry. Then it doesn't mean you're officially a guy who runs around like an official dry jock. You know what I mean? You just have some questionable jock dryness during at work.
You can start shawling at work a little bit.
But these guys aren't shawling. You know what I mean? They're just writing a newspaper article. All right, you think you're gonna get fired if you don't get out of second round? Get a clue, dude. What do you think? I would ask, what do you think? Yeah, I think you will.
That's a bad question.
Good answer. Yeah.
I would assume so.
And there's people out there that people listen to on a daily basis that push the agenda too right now. All for likes and subscribes. That's it. That's what they do it for. So there's my crumb of the day or week. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with the NBA. I was trying to decide between somebody else, but the NBA mainly because I like the NBA playoffs, and I do trash the NBA about the regular season, but the NBA playoffs are always pretty good, especially once they get to the next round. Usually they're fire, but they stretch these playoffs out. Like these playoffs are gonna go on for 3 months. Why do we have 2 days off constantly?
Three.
Dude, what's happening?
We don't play Monday. We play Monday. We don't play again the
Thursday, and then Saturday. Why is our game? We played game 1 yesterday. We don't play game 4 till Saturday. Why do the Lakers play game 1 today? They don't play game 2 till Wednesday. What is going on? It should be a day off you play for every team. You play. If you're traveling, there's a day off. I don't even know why. You could almost play back-to-back when you're at home places. I'm okay with the 1 day off, but why are there 2 days off? It makes no sense. It's just strictly to stretch it longer and longer and longer.
Well, no. It's to have one game on.
One game each day, right? Yeah.
No, or to have one game, have games in prime times with nothing else on.
8 to 10:30.
To go against it like they did today. All stretched out because
each
of this.
Day, right? Yeah.
It's all dollars and cents. Well, you know what I mean? Why these guys really, and I'll give NBA players some love for a second, because they load manage and stuff. Sure, they only get 2.5 months off. Yeah. I mean, think about it. If you play in June, you get July, August, you start camp in September.
Yeah, because they even start earlier now. They used to start right in November. They used to start right on my birthday.
We're gonna get on, guys.
If you're young, you're playing in the rookie league.
Yeah,
in July.
And I don't like load management, but you wonder why guys only want to play 60 games? Because they got playoffs that are 2.5 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even blame it. Like, as much as I think
stretched out way longer than they've ever been, too, right? Like they don't get done to like the middle of June now. It used to be that the draft was the middle of June.
Baseball gets longer off.
Yeah,
and they should get, and that's a marathon season. I mean, this is like really long. Like, this is why the Players Association is like is bringing to the table things like shorter seasons, which I don't like, right? But like that's why they're bringing it to the table and saying, bro, I can't go to Cancun till June. You know what I mean? Like I can't go away on vacation with my family till June. And listen, I'm always an advocate for the athlete to a point too. Like I got to be fair. Like this is, I grant they're getting a ton of money. Nobody's ever going to say that. They still got families. They still have lives too, right? And you travel a ton, part of the gig, right? But come on, every athlete needs like at least give me 3.5 months. Fair. Rest the body. Breathe it for a month. Then you can start working out again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to give time for the body to reboot itself. I don't care how much you're conditioned, man. You want to know why, and it's not, injuries are all part of everything, but like, come on. I mean, you got to give your body a breather. Like I tell my athletes, like, dude, all August, you shouldn't even pick up a baseball. Like, go breathe the body, dude. You guys played from this time all the way, to here. Then you're going to go play in the fall. Like, breathe. It's okay to breathe for a minute. Because if you're going 7 days a week not breathing the rest of the time, trust me when I say you're getting enough work in. You're not being lazy to go, and Sweep said the other night to me, like, go be a kid. Like, go be a kid for a month.
They're not losing. Yeah, they're not losing money. It's an
go be a father for a month, right? You guys know what I'm saying? Like, go be a family man for 2 months. Like, allow these guys to do that want to. Some don't care about that. But the ones who want to in pro sports, allow those guys. Because there's still a lot of great family men out there that never see. I mean, baseball players, 3 months. I mean, their shit's even longer now, too. So you're talking about 3 months? The Phillies got done and had to start right back up. You don't even get a chance to breathe.
No, it's a global sport, and they're not losing money. It's an absolute gold mine. So knock it off with the TV shit. Knock it off with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? People are still gonna lock in. They're gonna watch it, whether you give them 3 days off or 1 day off. Knock it off. All right. So if we're in the same city, that shit's got to stop. All right.
It's nonsense.
We play back to back all year. All right. So if you're in the same city, we can play back to back. All right. If we're traveling, I'm okay with the travel day. All right. There's no reason to be in the same city and there's a 3 day off. All right. Or if you're right down the pike. All right. We're talking about a turnpike series with Sixers Nets. That needs to get over. That can be over in 5 days. All right, that can be over in 4 days. All right. I mean, I don't care. Like, that's just
Sweeps. Friggin' the Lakers, they don't even travel, right? Because their second game of Memphis is still in Memphis, and it's not till Wednesday. They played today. There's 2 days off. They're not traveling.
That's incredible.
What's going on?
So
what are we doing?
I'm right there with you guys. I mean, that's a tremendous crumb, and I'll stay in the NBA as well. And we kind of briefly touched on the other day, and I didn't see Tom address it in his show, but great job by him. But I'm Zion Williamson all day, every day. Crumb of the week is Zion Williamson for me. You understand? You missed 160 games in the last couple of years. All right, you're the chosen one. You're blowing out sneakers. You're the guy, and then you're finally healthy. But now you need a mental break. You're not there mentally. I'm sorry. I'm not Dr. Phil. I got no time for it. You know what I mean? I got no time for it. And I know it's a thing. And people will say, let me get Sweeps' email. I want to crush him. I didn't say it was a thing. So pump your brakes. I understand it's a thing. Right? But when you're a pro athlete, you're making a lot of money. I understand they're human. They're human just like everybody else. But you're making a lot of money and you missed the whole season, bro. You missed like 70 games. When you're healthy, you come back when your team's in a playing game. Right? You don't say, I'll come back when I feel like I'm right. Bullshit. Then turn the fucking money in. Bullshit.
It's the truth. And I'll never debate it. It's not real. I'll never with him, I think it's BS, but in the world, it's real for sure. It's real. And if you need a minute, we'll be I think we'll all say, hey, you know what, dude, we'll give you a minute. But this is a theme, babe. You know what I mean? This is a trend. This isn't just start with you. You're aloof. You're a flake. Just admit that you don't love the game. You know, you ain't going to live the game, because if you did live the game would be your escape.
You lace it up. It's one and done. You lace it up, dude. If you're healthy, you lace it up for the guys in that locker room. Your boys that you suppose you want to go to war with, but you don't, because you missed 70 games, so you don't know anything about being a good teammate.
No.
I have an issue.
Don't tell me shit. You're not a good teammate. You wanted nothing to do with competition. You just want shit handed to you. Bullshit.
And honestly, Sweeps, if you really are, it's it's a mental thing, a mental hurdle to get over before you can play. It's not physical, that they say, right? Then you better be home. You better not be out there pregame throwing down 360s, because that is a terrible look. That is the worst look of all time, and that's what he was doing. So that's no good at all.
You know what the mic drop is?
He's out there dunking before pregame, but you can't play. What's going on, dude?
Yeah, well, there's a simple mic drop to this whole situation. Okay, if the game should be your escape. Simple. The game. Every sport I played growing up, I love, and it was an escape. Their escape from reality for a minute, right? People say, when whatever. I'm not going to go circling back, but when we bring politics per se into sports, I'm the biggest advocate of knocking it off, because sports are built for an escape. That's what they're built for everybody in the world. We watch it and we enjoy it. And I'm not telling you can't have a stance. Of course, have a stance, whatever you want, right? But I use sports for an escape. When I played it, you use it because you have fun with your boys. You love it. You love the camaraderie, all those things that come with it. And then to say I'm not mentally right to play it always is going to rub me the wrong way, because that's what would get me mentally right. Quite the opposite. Like that, sitting down, not playing would make me mentally not right. All right. So if I got an opportunity health-wise, I can't wait to jump back on the court.
Cannot wait to be with my dude.
Yeah, that's
in a playing game. Like that's Wavo's time. That's beanbag time. That's nutsack. That's time for you to lead your franchise, right? Lead a city. That's your chance to get in the playoffs, bro. And
I was argued. Sorry, Greg.
Look, man, if you're home and and you can't leave like Sigourney Weaver in that movie, you got your agoraphobia, whatever the hell it's called. All right, look it up. I don't know if you can't leave your house. I'm not trying to make fun of it. Like you can't leave your house. God bless you. But when you're doing reverse dunks, fuck you. Pay me. Fuck you. Pay me. That's bullshit. And I'm sorry, sponsors. That's terrible. That's a terrible look.
We're officially after midnight, Sweep. Sorry.
So listen, and that's the thing. And I was argued from people that I would say don't know sports like I do, and not understanding like how I look at it. And that's fine. Everybody can look at it however they want, but I'm going to look at it. That would always be my way to get mentally right. So playing a sport that I supposedly love. So boys, great show as always.
I think it's a crutch for the week. I won't even comment on it because
I'm not going to do
I'll
this.
Go way too far.
Yeah, well, let's not do this because you can save that for your own timeline.
That's why I said I'm not going to.
Yeah, and I'm just going to reiterate that we're not going to do that tonight. So I can't speak for other people. I can't speak for what goes on in other people's brains. But what I can always speak for is that sports would be my way to get my mind right. That's all I can speak for.
Your outlet.
Yeah,
definitely sitting at home while my team plays is definitely not going to help me mentally. I'll tell you that.
No, quite the opposite. But hey, I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. So great show, boys. Appreciate everybody listening. As always, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic, Nick DelGozzo. I'm Tom Arnone. We love you. We are brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We appreciate you. Hit the like, subscribe. Sixers don't play. Well, Sixers play tomorrow. And then don't play again until Thursday. So little time off in the middle of a series. Morons. So agree to disagree with that. We out.